It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Can't microwave my burrito, but Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet and Security Edge plus Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Unlimited Mobile. And ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 11/17/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, Security Edge, and Wi-Fi backup. Eco bill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio.
Bad habits lead to you. Yeah, they were all yellow.
Just search Coffee Shop Radio and listen now on your free iHeart app. Free? Never sounded so good.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
A police investigation has the eastbound lanes of Southern Boulevard shut down. Between Kirk Road and Congress Avenue, take Gun Club Road instead. It's stop and go on the Turnpike northbound from Lakeworth Road to Southern Boulevard. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, every day is game day. Get an expert oil change from our team in about 15 minutes. We're quick, but never rushed. Drive into any of our locations today. No appointment needed. Visit VIOC.com for up to $15 off your next oil change.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword CASH at realradio921.com. That's CASH. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're just like, you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
Yes, it is the Penthouse on Real Radio Thursday, getting you ready for the weekend and another weekend of college football and NFL and baseball. So much going on. And Taylor Swift coming to Miami. You're going to see Taylor Swift this weekend? Maybe you'll have a sighting. Maybe she'll bump into someplace. You'll be like, Taylor, what's happening?
I heard Megan's going.
Did you really?
Yep.
It's pretty interesting. Probably on the company.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think she would be buying tickets. Maybe she's going to bring her out on stage. What about Carmine? He's always got his hands out.
Who knows?
He might be parking cars. I know somebody sold their Taylor Swift tickets last night for a great amount of money. Very happy. But yeah, a lot going on this weekend. Stay away from the stadium if you don't have Taylor Swift tickets. Franny gave you the heads up yesterday, and I talked to somebody who works security down there, and they just said it's going to be unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have the tickets or a parking pass, don't think about going down there. You can, but you're going to get turned around and go right back. And around the stadium, it's just going to be crazy for the next 3 nights. We got Disturbed tickets for you at $12.45. That's a great opportunity for you guys. Disturbed, that's a band I should have been in, because a lot of people say I'm disturbed. You also got a chance to win $1,000 in a keyword, and that's coming at you. Dom, how are you on day 4?
I'm making it.
That doesn't sound positive. Will you make
It's not positive at all.
He's like, it sounds how I feel, not positive.
Will you ever sign up for this again?
I'll try not to.
And by what you're talking about, he's been pulling doubles. He's been here very early doing mornings in WJNO.
Done a great job. Brian's good to work with, but the time sucks.
Yep.
I mean, I offer you breakfast every day. I know you don't really eat, which is you drink Coca-Cola, which isn't healthy for you. I know you're a young man, but we want you to be around. You know, when you're 40 years old, the average 40-year-old has 36 years to live. That's the average. So just think of that.
Okay.
So you're 33.
36 more years. Was that what you're saying?
Well, he's not 40 yet.
Yeah.
So he's 33.
But the average 40-year-old has 36 more years to live?
Average. That's average.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah. You can look it up.
I don't want to. I'll believe you.
So just think, you got about, I don't know, 45 more years it is.
All right.
Now, what does the family or people in your life say that you're doing a double? They say, oh, my God, I can't. It's good work ethic. I mean, that's what it really is. You know, and it's good. It's very hard today to find people who care and work hard. So you're very unique, and I hope the company appreciates you. And if they don't, that's fine, because I do, and I could do more for you than the company. Good morning, Franny. How are you today?
It's a humble portion of the show. Hey, I'm great. Thanks for asking. Great.
877-927-6969. That is the number to call. The day after Boss's Day, I got a lot of heat last night, a lot of comments about our show yesterday. Very funny, and I remember it's a show. And it was Boss's Day.
He always says it's a show, but it's so real. It is a show. I mean, we are doing a show, but what he says is real.
It's the truth.
It is. There's a lot of fakeness that comes out of his mouth, but a lot of things are very real, too.
You got to distinguish what's real, what's fake.
I know. It's difficult these days with you.
No, you know. Again, we're kidding.
No,
Come on.
not.
We're kidding.
That's the real portion of It's a Show.
All right, so yesterday I had a problem at my house with my blinds. So I had to call the company, and they said they were going to send somebody out to fix my blinds.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. It was 5 o'clock, and I got a call a couple minutes before, and it was a young lady, and she said, I'm in the area, and I'm going to be there around 5 o'clock. I said, cool. You know, not expecting anything. I got the doorbell rang. She texted me first. I'm in the driveway. Can I, whatever. Very professional. When I opened the door, I was like, oh, now I don't know if anybody's ever seen the movie Italian Job. If you have, then you can relate to this. Ed Norton was at his house, and this girl came to fix her TV, and it was a beautiful blonde. What the hell's her name? Charlize Tilton? Or
Charlize Theron.
Yeah, whatever her name is. And that's the way this girl was. She was, oh, my God. When I opened the door, I was shocked. I don't know.
Hello, nurse.
Yeah, I was just like, wow.
You weren't expecting a hot girl to help you with your blinds, is what you're saying.
I just didn't. And I don't know why. First of all, I was expecting a guy. And
but it was a woman who said that she was coming over, though, right?
But when I called, I expected a guy come.
Okay. You thought it was a woman just answering the phone, and she was going to send a dude over.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
So anyway, it's rare. I mean, she found that in 5 minutes that I absolutely could do nothing. You know what I mean?
As most
it took
do.
her that long?
Yeah.
5 minutes?
She walked in. She goes, wow, what a nice place. She goes, oh, my God, look at that cappuccino maker. She goes, is it brand new? I said, not really. I don't know how to use it.
It's pretty new, though, right? I mean, you've only had it maybe a month or two, right?
I think I've had it since September.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
October.
Yeah, we're in October. A month or two.
But you can tell it's like spanking new. There's plastic on the bottom and everything. So she goes, I'm going to check your blinds and everything. I said, okay. I said, I'll be just banging around. If you need me, call me. I'll be in my office.
Freak's like, I want to check your blinds.
And no. I want to be professional because... Yeah. First of all, this is where I'm going to teach you something about life. Okay, so pay attention.
All right.
Okay.
Take notes.
Take notes. Yep. Where's your paper and pad and pen?
First of all, a girl like this gets hit on all day long. All day long.
Yep.
So you don't hit on her. You wait a couple weeks and you say you have problems with your blinds again. You wait to the second time.
And then do you create a problem?
Yeah, he's in the biggest blinds.
Because if she comes over, there's no problem. Then she'd be like, all right, what's happening now?
Of course we're going to create a problem.
Oh, you create a problem. Okay. All right.
So she says she's got to call the manufacturer. They got to order new blinds.
What kind of blinds are we talking? I need new blinds, too. So maybe if she's great, you could refer her over to me.
Okay.
Thank you. I do. I've been looking at blinds.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to share her?
No, he doesn't want to share her now.
I won't steal her from you.
I
don't know, unless she likes chicks. You never know.
She might. And there goes me.
I love how he's like, I'm not going to tell you about it. I really need somebody to do my blinds.
Well, this girl, though, works for the company that I bought the home from. So she works for the development. I don't know if she comes to residential.
Got it.
I don't know. But anyway, she was very nice, very professional, took pictures. She was, I can't fix it. It looks like we're going to have to order new blinds. And they're going to come out, and they're going to have to install them. So right away, I said, are you going to be installing them?
All right, let's make a date.
So anyway, she was very nice, but...
That's not the point. She was very hot.
Yeah. And I was very surprised.
She was very hot.
Yeah. So she goes, do you have anything else I can help you with? And I was just like...
So she's probably not going to install them, correct?
No.
She was just there to take a look, see what the issue was, and then she'll have somebody.
She said if it was minor, she could fix it.
Got it.
She goes, but this looks like you're going to need all new blinds.
And a brand new construction, too.
Yeah.
What are you doing, hanging from those things? What happened?
They just don't come back, you
Yeah.
know. And she said it's probably something, I don't know what the hell it was. I wasn't even paying attention. So,
Of course.
Look at Dom. He knows
He's
already.
busy using his eyes.
I guess so. Not his ears.
Yep.
Yeah.
She walked in. She goes, I'm going to take off my shoes. You know what I was thinking? I was like, oof,
Keep on going.
take off your top. But yeah, very nice girl. But I wanted to be very professional because it was a job and it was very nice. It's just unusual. It's like when you get a delivery, say, from pizza or UPS and somebody comes to the door, you're like, whoa, just shocked.
You've gotten a hot pizza girl before?
Yes.
Have you?
In the city a couple times over the years.
Hot pizza guys, seen them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had a hot pizza girl.
Nope.
A couple times. And I was living with somebody, so it was a little tough to maneuver to get some extra cheese. You know what I'm saying? She did comment about the tip I gave her. She was like, "Are you kidding me? That tip? Like, where you going with that?" I think it was like $70. I did get the girl 40, and she did comment about that. But anyway. So you never know who's going to be your delivery person or somebody who's going to, be your handy person. But I didn't want to ask her anything because I figured all day she's got to get
If
hit.
she's super hot and she probably gets hit on.
Yeah, I just think.
lot.
I mean, it's just like an attractive bartender or waitress that everybody's, hits on them. So what are you going to be, like a common guy? And I said, let's just keep this professional and everything like that. So it worked out well.
So you didn't ask her out, is what you're saying?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Did you break your blinds yet?
Did I break my blinds yet?
Again?
No, because they're going to order new ones. Then they're going to come. Then I'll break them. And then she was later, here's my card. If you need anything, call me. I said, that's
break some more and have her come back and check those out.
Nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy. It was just a nice surprise on an afternoon before the Met Dodger game. That's all. That's it. Innocent. Then I went to a big event at New York Prime for Stone Crabs. They had a tasting last night. Oh, my God. Ooh, we're gonna get
Thanks for the invite.
No,
right?
You're there December 16th. What am I sleeping with
We
you? How many times I gotta take you out?
2 months.
Yeah.
Gotta wait 2 months.
I mean, come on, you'll be here 2 months, don't you think?
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know.
Wow, you don't know? So you're thinking about leaving already. Wow.
At this rate, who knows?
After this week, right? You're like, oh, man.
Look at it this way. This is the worst it's going to be. That's the way you got to look at it.
For now.
I hope.
For now. It's probably going to happen again.
But this is the worst. When are you supposed to work for Joe Maligan again? In November?
Yeah, towards Thanksgiving.
All right, we'll try to figure that out. I told you yesterday, so you don't have to do a double. Maybe something will happen, and, I don't know. I don't want you to do a double again. There's a lot of stress.
I'll hit the lottery. That's what'll happen.
Well, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
If you
And
hit
then he's definitely quit.
and then you're gone. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what would you do all day with all that money?
I mean, I'd be gone too. Don't worry. If I hit the lottery,
I wouldn't quit. I really wouldn't. I enjoyed being around you guys too much, to be honest.
I just don't believe it.
Yeah, no.
I just don't. I think if any of us in this building hit the lottery big time where we're set for life, we'd be like, peace out. You can create your own show, do your own podcast if you really miss radio. But you would not have to.
I think the first
you would
thing
not you wouldn't have a boss. You'd be your own.
I'm my own boss now. You know what I do? I give Matt
No
500.
answering to the man.
I would give Matt 500 and a pedicure.
That's so generous
so
of you.
You can come to dinner. That'd be my first thing. Dom, I take care of you because you're a good man. And I believe in our future. And you are our future, so I would take care of you. I give a lot to charity. Left and
My
right.
charity?
I was going to say, yeah, your charity's your pocket. We know that. You always say that, your left pocket and your right pocket.
I would probably open up a school for kids and just teach them about life. Greek isms and stuff like that. Scares me. Why? You don't think I have a good vision or thought process? It might not be what you think, but it's worked out pretty good.
For you.
Of course.
Yeah. No, it's worked out great for you.
All right. Well, Dom, you look good. Let's put it that way. You may not feel good. Did you go to bed early again last night?
Try to. I think I got to bed at 10.
That's a little bit later.
All right.
Yep.
That's not terrible.
How's
but
Mr. Mudd in the morning? Is he cheerful, bright, and jumping around like a kangaroo?
Yeah, he's somehow up right away.
Oh, yeah,
But
he
he's
is.
used to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been doing this for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets that. Does he ever have coffee or pastries waiting for you?
No.
Oh, see, he should have that. Mr. Mudd was on with us yesterday. I got a couple comments about him last night. I love Brian. He is
Boss around a congressman.
Yeah. Again, that wasn't my fault. That was a situation I wasn't aware of, and I made the bet. I actually took a knee for them, to be honest with you. I really wasn't I didn't really turn it up like to a 10 of Greek. I just was like, I'll do like a 5 or 6. It was a good morning. So I was like, okay, I'll be there. Again, if you see a stranger in the building, you got to ask them who they are.
Imagine if you were having a bad morning and you ran into him.
It would have been bad.
Oh.
It would have been, yeah. They would have went up to somebody. Somebody would have called me, and it would have been a big blank show. We don't want that. We want everybody to get along and have fun. And get ready for the weekend. The Gators, don't forget, they are playing Saturday night, 7 o'clock, and you guys can hear the pregame on 4 o'clock. So we do a lot of these situations, Franny, where you bring up something and we decide.
And we'll get into it afterwards because it's a whole thing.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, it's going to take some time because we do a lot of there's Am I the A-hole thread in Reddit, but this one gives you just a brief synopsis, a little scenario, and then we decide if we and to see if you're in the majority of people because other people have taken this to see where we sit with that. But I figure it's 10:22. We need some time for this one.
All right, we'll do some time. I was at New York Prime last night. Stone crab season is in. I highly recommend it if you get down there. And don't forget, you can win gift cards with us. We always give them away on the show. And if you play Greek Gridiron, you got a chance to win a $125 gift card from New York Prime. The Stone Crabs were awesome. Tomorrow we'll be at the Crazy Horse Saloon. Stop by from 10 to 2. We're excited about that to go back and continue Greek Gridiron. So far, I've lost twice in 6 weeks.
They could show up at 11, though. You said 10 to 2.
Yeah, we're there 10 to 2.
Yeah, but 11 o'clock they open.
Yeah, they can come at 10 and wait outside for an hour.
I mean, we got a speaker. You can listen to the show outside if you want.
I mean, it's not like they can't come.
No.
I mean, there's a smoothie place in the corner. They go play some scratch-offs.
Oh, the tropical smoothie across the street. It's across the way in the parking lot.
Get a Carvel.
There you go.
I think there's a gym, yeah.
Yeah, that's my gym. Crunch. You can go over there and work out.
Oh, is that the gym you go to now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can stop by Crunch. Get some gas.
There you
There's
go.
a lot
Publix is right there. There's a CR Chicks next door.
What else you
many
want us to do?
things. So many things.
I mean, there's a lot for us
Sally
to do.
Beauty Supply. If you need to go there, get some beauty supplies, whatever.
Oh, wow. I might stop by. All right.
And then also a heads up, 12:45, as G-Man mentioned, we're doing our giveaway today. And what's today? Who's Most Likely To is a game we're going to be playing. It's oldie but a goodie to give away tickets to go see Disturbed. And then always remember, we are still doing it. You have up to 13 chances a day. And I say up to because most of the time it's 13, but unless maybe there's a hockey game on or whatever. We have up to 13 chances for you to score $1,000. We call it Red Zone Revenue. We give you a keyword. Actually, Rover from Rover's Morning Glory gives you a keyword. You take the keyword and you enter that at realradio921.com. We had one winner the first week that we did this.
Yeah.
Let's get some more people. Let's do this. Because I know it's great for you to win and we want you to win, but we actually get kudos too. So you're helping us out.
Yeah.
We get recognition.
Yeah, they really appreciate when we do this. They don't really care about anything else. We bring in thousands and thousands of dollars. No big deal. But when we get a winner, oh, my God. You'd think they give us
But who's keeping score, right?
Yeah. I'm not. If keeping score doesn't matter, why do we do it? That's what I don't understand. Don, by the way, your studio looks very nice. I understand you opened the shades up there. Good job. Again, very nice. You really made a nice.
Put some light in here.
Yeah, it looks nice. It looks like, wow, what's going on? You see the palm trees? Really get a little south of Florida. Franny likes to keep it very dark in here, so we keep it dark.
I don't like to keep it dark in here. The issue, the lights aren't on. The issue with our lights is if they're on, they flicker like you're in a nightclub.
Yeah.
And I can't take it.
Oh, yeah.
So there's just a certain, with the light on, there's just a certain point where the lights stop flickering and it's a very, the lights aren't on today, but it's a very low light. Other than that, I feel
like it dark. I do. I always do.
Like
it's
have
just
epilepsy or pass out because the lights are flickering all the time.
Yeah, it's like bling, 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 bling. You're like,
and then I can't. And then we have the option to turn on the fluorescent lights.
Oh, no.
Don't like those things.
No. So that's one thing we get along with, which is very nice. Out of all the stuff, that's one thing we get along with.
If you have a lighting company, hit us up.
There you go.
Yeah, we want to get
like an electrician, I think, is what we need to fix that.
Yeah, maybe some track lighting or something like that. We're going to get new chairs for the studio. Franny and I are going to go shopping.
And possibly a new camera.
Yeah, and a new camera.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Which will get G and I on one camera somehow, some way, instead of using the old school way that we've been doing on iPads.
Yeah, so we've had a couple good weeks. We're going to think about doing a couple things. We're going to get chairs, though. I'm going to bring Franny
I'm glad
with
you've
me.
had some good weeks.
Here we go. Well, the company's not doing it.
I just been bleeding money. So I'm glad you are.
Hey, you're with me. You know that. Whatever I got, you have.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad you're doing good.
It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. You guys get ready. There's a football game tonight. Don't bet it. Oh, my God. It's going to be so brutal. Saints and Denver. Woo, that's going to be a tough game. Yankees today, 5 o'clock, by the way, if you are a Yankee fan. And then the Mets follow up We'll talk about a lot more in the trifecta this day in history, and then we'll get into that situation, am I an a-hole? We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
Big numbers without power. In fact, you guys are both very, very lucky looking at these numbers that you're not amongst these
I am
folks.
blown away.
It's about 1 out of 4 people right now that are without power.
Same with HPV.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
If you missed our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas, make some noise! Watch the best moments exclusively on Hulu right now.
All right, you guys are out for a party, I can tell.
See the biggest festival headliners from around the world assembled on one stage on one show.
This iHeart energy is so incredible.
See it all at our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu right now.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
A police investigation has the eastbound lanes of Southern Boulevard shut down. Between Kirk Road and Congress Avenue, take Gun Club Road instead. It's stop and go on the Turnpike northbound from Lake Worth Road to Southern Boulevard. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
Hey, it's the Greek for Strike Cigar Lounge, Royal Palm Plaza, and Boca Raton. This is the place you'll love as soon as you walk in. Great humidor with great selections, a patio that's unbelievable to enjoy football and all sports, and live music on the weekends. It's Strike Cigar Lounge and Royal Palm Plaza. Also, a sponsor of Greek Gridiron. We're there in the Penthouse every other Friday during football season. Strike Cigar Lounge, my number one recommendation, to have a cigar with a friend and just relax and enjoy South Florida. Puff, puff, baby. Peace.
Mr. and Mrs. Flavor, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. I'm Barry. I'm the flavor of Barry.
I'm Janet. I'm bitter.
You wanted to talk about your son. He's the flavor menthol?
Yes, he's the menthol in a menthol cigarette.
He's such a disappointment. Out there getting people addicted, being used by big tobacco to target black people. He could have been a lozenge.
Menthol cigarettes are just as addictive as regular cigarettes and harder to quit. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach, and it's football season. College or pro, Monroe's is the place to go to watch the games. And on Monday night, you will not find a better place in Palm Beach County. Beautiful ladies and drink specials all night long. It's Monroe's or Palm Beach for football season. Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, it doesn't matter. Add a 5-star menu to Monroe's, and it's a perfect evening. If your team loses, you're still a winner because you got a beautiful girl next to you. Monroe's of Palm Beach. Peace.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
Power's out.
Comcast Business has you covered with Wi-Fi backup to help keep your business up and running, even when your power goes out.
Everybody in the warehouse good?
Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Can't microwave my burrito, but Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet and Security Edge plus Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Unlimited Mobile. And ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 11/17/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, Security Edge, and Wi-Fi backup. Eco bill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
Hey, it's the Greek. Do you have a 401k and not sure what you're investing in? Or maybe an old one and you're not sure what to do with it? Well, Trajan Wealth can help you with both. Call them today at 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Sometimes people don't ask questions because they don't want to really bother anybody. Trajan Wealth is there to help you. It's your 401k, and it should be working for you every day because at the end of the day, it's going to help you with your retirement. It's your money. Don't let it slip through your fingers. Call Trajan Wealth today at 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Offices in West Palm Beach. Trajan Wealth can help you. Why don't you call them or step into their office in West Palm Beach? It's your money, and it should be going in one direction, up. Call Trajan Well today. 561-390-1000. Peace.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor, paid advertisement.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name Clay as your promo code. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Every day, a child in poverty waits for a sponsor is another day of hopelessness. There are thousands of kids who've been waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Just text the word radio to 83393.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. After a comfortable start to the day, expect a mix of sun and clouds into the afternoon with an onshore breeze between 15 to 25 miles per hour. Temperatures will remain in the mid to upper 70s across the area. Then partly cloudy, mild again tonight with overnight lows in the upper 60s and low 70s by Friday morning.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
The Penthouse is brought to you by Joseph's Classic Market.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Thursday. Don't forget, you get a chance 13 times a day to win $1,000. Man, if you get a chance once a day to win $1,000, that's super awesome. But you got a chance. So come on, guys. Get the keyword from Rover and make it happen. Dominic's in the house.
Yo.
Francis is here.
What's up?
And it's time for your first Greek's Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, Dodgers won last night 8-0. They blanked the Mets. They're up 2-1. They're doing it again tonight. and the Yankees play at 5 o'clock. So if you're a Yankee fan and you want to get out of work early, start coughing around maybe 1 and be like, oh, man, don't feel great. Yankees at 5 o'clock today. We'll see what happens. They're in Cleveland, and you know how much I love Cleveland. There's only one good thing in Cleveland, and that's Rover. WNBA last night, Game 3. Man, it was a great game because the Liberty were down the whole game against Minnesota. Sabrina comes up and hits a game winner at the end of the game, and I think Dominic's got the audio.
Phoebish. 8 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter of Game 3. 4 seconds. Ionescu will heave and hit! And hit! Sabrina Ionescu with the biggest shot in Liberty history. He's 77 New York in front on a logo bomb. Williams has to get it in. McBride gets it off. That is it. What a comeback from the New York Liberty.
Very excited for the Liberty. They're one game away from the World Championship. I can't remember a game where I was so happy a team won, but I covered on the other side because Minnesota was plus 3.5. So it was perfect. It was just like a perfect ending. You're like, wow, this is great. The New York Jets have had a lot of moves this week. Coach is gone, and Adams is here, and they're playing Sunday night, against Pittsburgh. But Fireman Ed, he's a guy who's been a big Jet fan for years. He's got his little helmet. He goes to all the games, number 42. And he went on the social media, and he says the Jets are trying to cut him out, get him out. He's not getting as much screen time. So Fireman Ed is doing a plea to all the fans. He goes, because I get the fans jacked up offensively and defensively. And he said the last couple of games, he has not gotten as much screen time as he's gotten in the past. And he thinks the Jets are starting to, phase him out. He does the big cheer, Jets. So we'll see what I don't know if that's true or not. He's saying he gets a lot of emails. I don't know. I don't think he gets paid by the Jets. I think he does it just for free. Maybe he gets tickets. I don't know about that. But he's been a staple for a long time. He took off a couple years because he was really getting some heavy criticism from the fans. And then he came back and he did it. But he said he feels like he's getting a little bit X'd out. I don't know if it's true or not. Who knows? But Fireman Ed says, bing, 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 I'm getting a little screen time less. I don't know if it's true. I really don't. Jet fans know who he is. And when they were on TV, maybe because they were on TV.
I don't even know who it is. I've never
Fireman
heard of
Ed?
him. Nope.
If you're a Jet fan, you know.
Yeah.
He's been around a long time. New
York sports.
Yeah, he's also an ex-fireman. He wears the helmet, and he yells, Jets. I think the other night he didn't get maybe as much screen time because it was nationwide. And maybe they were just like, you're a big thing here. You're not a big thing nation.
I know I saw him probably 2 weeks ago on their game.
Yeah, he's been on. They showed him once or twice, but usually every time there's a defensive play that's big, they show him and he jumps up. But Fireman Ed says he's getting screwed. Whether or not it's true, who knows? Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Over to Franny for This Day in History.
On this day in history.
Alrighty, this day in history, October 17th, 122 years ago, 1902, the first Cadillac was completed in Detroit. 122 years ago. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Then we have 108 years ago, 1916. It was called A Daughter of the Gods, and it was starring a swimmer/actress. Her name was Annette Kellerman. Premiered with the very first nude scene in a major feature film. Sadly, no copy of this film is known to exist anymore.
Aw,
I know.
Look how disappointed Greek is.
If somebody does have it, though, I bet you that thing's worth a
lot of money.
Jinx. 93 years ago, 1931, Al Capone was convicted of income tax evasion. He was sentenced to 11 years in prison and released 8 years later. Capone died a powerless recluse in 1947 after spending the rest of his life an invalid, crippled by syphilis.
Ooh, bad way to go.
Yeah, it's not a good way to go. Syphilis takes you out. Yeah, that sucks. 54 years ago in 1970, I'll Be There by Tito Jackson and the Jackson 5 hit #1 on the pop singles chart and stayed there for 5 weeks. 45 years ago, 1979, Mother Teresa won the Nobel Peace Prize for her 30 years of work on behalf of the destitute in Calcutta, India. Then we have 37 years ago, 1987. You remember this song, G-Man? Lost in Emotion by Lisa and the Cult Jam. Lost in Emotion.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, hit number 1 on the pop singles chart. 35 years ago, 1989, an earthquake struck San Francisco just before the third game of the World Series between the Oakland A's and the San Francisco Giants. It measured a 6.9 on the Richter scale, killed 67 people, and caused more than $5 billion in damages.
I remember exactly where I was when that happened. That was a bad situation.
Is this Lost in Emotion?
It is.
Love it. Keep it going. 34 years ago, 1990, the Judds announced that Naomi Judd's retirement from country music due to chronic hepatitis. 33 years ago, man, I'm going to get distracted by this song. I'll dance a little bit. 33 years ago, 1991, tennis Ernie Ford died and rested in Virginia at age 72. You may remember him as Lucy's cousin Ernie and I Love Lucy. He was also a country music Hall of Famer who sang 16 Tons. Then 27 years ago, 1997, more than 2,000 people jammed into Aurora, Colorado church for the funeral service of John Denver, who had passed away on October 12th.
I think he died in a plane accident.
Yes, his home-built airplane.
Yeah, and I think they did tell
crashed
him
into the sea.
Yeah, not to use it. It's not really safe.
Yeah.
But like a lot of
It was
stars.
a home-built plane. Yep, he died of blunt force trauma.
That's terrible.
Uh-huh. They said that, this is crazy, coastal authorities never recovered his head, pelvis, kidneys, or spleen. What? Did it just explode? That's crazy.
Rocky Mountain High.
Man. 27 years ago, 1997, Warren G. regulated on Garth Brooks with a lawsuit alleging that Garth had infringed on the rapper's trademark Circle G logo. I don't remember this.
No.
Yeah. They eventually reached a settlement allowing both of them to use the letter G as their logo. Come on. Warren G's like, it's Garth. Come on. You got one, right? And then 20 years
I
ago.
should have money for that.
2004, soft cell singer Mark Almond was critically injured after being hurled from the back of a motorcycle during a collision with a car in London. They said despite suffering severe head injuries, he did not die. So that's good news. And there you go, October 17th, this day in history.
What about that kid yesterday for New Direction? Or
One Direction.
One Direction.
Yeah,
very,
31.
very sad. Like the more that's coming out, obviously, we'll learn more about it. But they said Liam Payne is his name. 31 years old, fell from 3-story balcony at a hotel. I believe it was in Argentina. And they're saying that it was very erratic behavior.
Yeah, during the day, right?
They said during the day in the hotel, like he smashed the laptop. And this is all hearsay. We're going to get more reports. So
very sad.
Did he jump? It kind of is looking like it right now because they're saying that, he was very erratic. And even the housekeeper said that before it happened, he was trashed the hotel room and stuff. So
Did he
I know
have a
he
fight
was
with his girlfriend or anything?
I know he was sober for a while.
That's
and
sad.
I'm guessing not anymore considering his behavior, but we will find out. Yeah, super, super sad.
And the third floor, when I heard that, I was, you would think maybe, I guess it's where he lands on. That's a shame. So sad and so young.
I mean, third floor is still pretty high, G, man.
Yeah. I don't know. When I heard, you always think like you hear people, certain situations. But it's sad because the kid had everything to live for.
I mean, not a high-rise situation where he's on, but still can do some damage. So, very, very, very sad. Let's see. I'm reading now because I caught up on this yesterday.
It's all over the place.
So they're saying, one day they said another detail in his tragic death has been revealed. They say, let's see, he fell third-story balcony at the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel, Buenos Aires. Emergency service told that he suffered serious injuries that were untreatable once responders arrived. So let's say our role was to head there quickly, give medical attention. Based on what the team saw, there was apparently a cranial fracture and extremely serious injuries that led to his immediate death. So we're still waiting on autopsy results because that takes a bit. But so it was injuries, cranial fracture.
Not a good thing.
Very, very sad situation. Young dude.
Yeah, what a lot to live for. All right, so Franny, you got this situation now with a Reddit thread, so let it rip.
Yeah. All right. So we always do this Am I the A-hole where we have one big long scenario and then we have to discuss because a person asks on the thread, am I the A-hole? Do you think I am or not? So these are very quick and we decide, and are we going to be on the side of everybody else? Because there's other people who have answered this. So it's another round of Am I the A-hole? And these are polls that were done, inspired by the wonderful world of Reddit. So quick. Easy, and we'll do this all together. You can play along with us. So, Brooke and Haley work at a store together. Brooke asked Haley to cover her shift next weekend, saying it's an urgent matter. Haley says yes. But when she finds out the urgent matter is a concert, she cancels on Brooke the day before. Who's the a-hole in this situation? Is it Brooke? Is it Haley? Is it both of them? Or is it neither of them?
I mean, if you ask somebody to take a shift for you, it shouldn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah, but if you're like, it's urgent, then and it's a concert.
Did she tell her or did she find out? Does it say? Because that makes a difference. Like, did the girl tell her, like, hey, I'm going to a concert? Or did she say she found out?
Did you listen to the scenario?
Yeah.
So she says it's urgent. Then she finds out, the girl that covers her shift, that it's not. It's actually a concert. So she canceled working her shift. What do you think, Dom?
I think they're both a little bit.
I'm with you. They're both a little a-holy.
Yep.
Canceling last minute sucks because now, but yeah, the girl shouldn't have said it was urgent. She should have been like, listen, I have tickets to a concert I really want to go to. Can you cover my shift?
Because urgent, you could think like it's an emergency or something like that.
That's how I would look at it. So you feel like a little bit more of, I'll definitely cover this for you. Compassionate about it. So I'm going to say both.
Yeah, I guess both. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It wouldn't bother me if.
No, it's not. But it's a poll. So
I would say
we have four answers.
Yeah, I would probably go with both of you guys. That they're both a little bit, conniving, and the one was like lying about it. That's not great.
What about you?
Do you think Joel Malkin's seeing a concert right now?
He's at Taylor Swift.
The urgent matter. Wow. He would definitely be the a-hole in the situation, not you, Dom. So we're all saying both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them at 48%. So that is the majority. Then Brooke at 29%. So Brooke is the one who asked to cover the shift, if she could cover the shift. Brooke is the one who lied, saying it was an urgent matter. Then they think she is, then 21, and then neither at 2%. So these are ones and you got to pay attention to because with names and stuff, it can get kind of confusing. Betty is a massive Star Wars fan and loves writing erotic fan fiction. Her boyfriend, we're going to call him Jughead. This is funny, Betty and Jughead, and that from Archie. Her boyfriend, Jughead, thinks it's disrespectful to their relationship and wants her to stop posting her fictional erotic fan fiction. Betty says absolutely not. Who is the a-hole in this situation? I'm going her boyfriend. It's fiction. She's writing stuff. She's not cheating.
Yeah, it's like a story.
Yeah.
And it's online.
She writes erotic fan fiction, and he says it's disrespectful to their relationship. I think that's ridiculous.
And it's like Star Wars-y, right? So
yeah.
The only way I could see it is that if he feels that some of the stuff she's writing, she's like taking from their relationship, maybe something they're doing, and he feels like, hey, that's our private stuff.
But it doesn't say that, I hear. Let's go with the situation that's at hand.
He's wrong. That's it.
Okay.
I mean, she's doing this, she's doing it. I mean, they're really, because it really depends on everybody's personality. Because it could go back to the old adage: if you're dating somebody and you don't like me doing something, you don't do it.
Yeah, but to me, that's like major insecurity. It's like, dude, I'm making up. This is fictional Star Wars fan fiction. It's erotic, but it has nothing to do with
unless she starts getting like random fans messaging her about her fantasy.
That's not in there.
But that's not in there.
Yeah,
Basically,
yep.
it's her boyfriend saying, I think it's disrespectful that you're writing this.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's
Stop posting.
Yeah, I agree. I would say
69% say he is the a-hole in this situation. So
Yep.
we're on the right path here. Play along with us. John's flight keeps getting delayed. He asked the airline worker, her name is Petunia. These names the names that come up with, for an update, but she has no info for him. Eventually, he falls asleep and the flight takes off. He's upset, but Petunia says it's not her job to wake him up.
It's not.
Who's the a-hole in this situation?
It's not her job.
It's not, but man, that sucks if he knows that he's supposed to be on that flight.
I mean, what is she supposed to do? Walk through the chairs? Yeah. Hey, you're supposed to be on the flight.
You're an adult.
I know. That sucks.
I think it's not her.
It's not her, and it's not.
If it was somebody you were traveling with, yes. Like if you and I were going to Vegas and I fell asleep, you're like, hey, Greek, you got to get up. You know what I mean? I mean, if you didn't, or all of a sudden I wake up and the plane's leaving, I'd be like, why do you wake me up?
Yeah.
She works there. That's not her obligation to go get everybody and wake them up.
So is he the a-hole for getting upset, or is neither of the a-hole?
He is. He's an adult.
So it looks like majority says, wow, disagree. Majority at 47% think Petunia is the a-hole.
That shows you where our society is. We can take accountability for anything. You got a flight. You're an adult. You know what time it is. Be up, bitch. What's your problem? Oh, my God. What a candy he has. He probably wants a refund, too. Hey, give me a refund. I mean, that's crazy. It's like any appointment you have. You know the time. You have to be there. I don't care if it's for a haircut, for dinner reservations, a plane. You're an adult. You know what? You know what it is. You got to be there. You can't expect somebody to like hold your hand and be like, hey, you got to wake up now, sweetums. If I worked out, I'd laugh my ass off. I'd be like, bro, where you going? Ain't going there anymore. That is a bad feeling, though, if you wake up. And you do see a lot of people, though, over the years I've had sleeping in the airports.
Oh, I've done it.
Yeah, like you don't know what they're doing. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe they're just relaxing, layover or something like that. But, I mean, you know, I can't. You can't go to people and ask them, like, hey, please wake me up. But you said most people think the girl's wrong, that she should have went up to him.
Let's see. Another thing about waking up. This says Max has to get up early for work. So she sets all of her alarms on full volume. But she always hits snooze at least twice. Her wife, Sophie, who works late, complains that it wakes her up. Max says it's just her morning routine. Who's the a-hole in this situation?
I think you should be considerate to the other person.
So the one who sets it up full volume, but she always hits snooze at least twice. So the volume goes up twice. The wife is like, dude, you wake me up all this time, twice. So who's the a-hole in this situation?
The alarm setter.
The alarm setter that lets it go off twice?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you, too.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be considerate. She works nights, you said, too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so come on.
60% agree with us. The alarm setter there. We have a few more to go. Play along with us. This is a quick round of Am I the A-hole? Miles and his fiancée, Lola, have been talking about buying a house. When Miles' parents decide to sell their place, he buys it from them and surprises Lola with it for Valentine's Day.
Nice.
Lola says he should have talked to her first. Who's the a-hole in this situation?
He bought her a house.
Yeah, he bought the parents' house.
That's a big, big decision to make without
By
talking.
yourself.
Yeah.
I agree. It's a nice gesture, but yes, this is something I believe that you should discuss.
Like, did he spend all of his money just to buy the house?
Doesn't
Or
say.
like,
It
you know?
says, yeah.
Yep.
It says he buys it from them to surprise her. So nice gesture,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that's a huge decision. You're going to live in this for a while. I mean, I'm assuming so.
They can flip it if she doesn't like it. I mean, it was a nice gesture.
It
You know,
is.
people you date won't buy you a cup of coffee. She sounds like a little bit of a Boca chick. You're lucky I bought your house.
So I'm kind of going neither of them are the a-hole in a situation because I don't know if she really is for being like, hey, we should have talked about this first. It doesn't make her a jerk.
No.
But he's not a jerk for trying to surprise her.
I
So-
think the word a-hole just really makes it so much different.
Well, I know, but
Yeah.
that's the game.
Okay. All right. I mean, because I don't think he is. And I understand her. She might be like, hey, I don't really like this house. She might be like, oh, I feel weird having sex in your parents' house. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, purchasing a house is a huge decision.
It
and
is.
If you're discussing that, and that's what the thing says is that they've been talking about buying a house together, you would want to be part of that process.
But if it was a fat
But
crib.
it's also a nice gesture, and he paid for it. Hopefully, he's not like, all right, you have to pay me half the mortgage. I don't know if he paid in cash. Who knows? So what do you think? Who's the a-hole in this situation?
I don't know. I mean,
It's probably neither.
I'm going to go with the girl for being ungrateful.
All right. 54% say he is. 54% say Miles is the a-hole for this situation. 31% says neither of them. So that's second on line.
All right. That's pretty good.
Yep. She's at 9%. Both of them are at the bottom at 6%. Then finally here, man, there's so many of these. Let's see. Which one do we want to end it with? I don't know. We'll just pick this one. Marcus discovered, this is funny. Marcus discovered that it's free to order a cup of whipped cream at a coffee shop. That's a pup cup. That's what you get for your dogs. They call it a pup cup.
And
It's just
Buddha
whipped
gets it
cream.
all the time.
I love them. My dogs love pup cups. There was a hotel, and I was like, that's such a cute idea when we were in St. Pete, and just a couple months ago, and they had that little coffee area where you could go make your own coffee downstairs at the lobby, and they had a separate area where just whipped cream and little cups, so you make your own pup cup for your dogs, because it was a dog-friendly hotel.
Could you get one if you
I was
didn't have
like,
a dog?
that is so smart. I mean, you could give yourself whipped cream, I guess.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right.
If you wanted, you put whipped
Good-
cream on your coffee. But no,
It's
they had
good
a little,
icebreaker with a chick.
They had a little area, and it was just like they're like make your dog's own little pup cup.
Oh.
So it said Marcus discovered that it's free to order a cup of whipped cream at a coffee shop. He's been ordering just that and tips $1. The manager, Jeannie, says she won't serve him unless he buys something. Marcus doesn't see the big deal. Who's the a-hole in this situation?
It's for customers. I mean, that's why it's there.
Yeah.
if you're not a customer, you shouldn't get that opportunity or that, benefit.
And I think he's saying, well, I tip him $1.
That's not the rule, dude. You're changing the rule.
But it doesn't say it's for customers. It says it's free to order a cup of whipped cream at coffee shop. That's what it says.
Free to order with an order.
It just says he discovered it's free to order a cup of whipped cream at a coffee shop. That's all it says.
But you got to be a
customer. And then he's been ordering that. So you can order it. You could order a cup of whipped cream for free. So he orders it, tips $1. The manager finally says, we're going to stop serving you this unless you buy something. He doesn't see the big deal. Who's the a-hole?
If he doesn't see the big deal, tell him to go buy his own whipped cream.
I mean, he's probably spending more money every time he tips him $1 instead of buying a thing for $3, get some Cool Whip or whatever it is.
This reminds me of a story where my building was in Boca. They had a coffee machine, like a high-end one, and it was free, and it was nice and everything like that. I didn't really utilize it a lot, but everybody did. So this guy, I would go early and sometimes swim in or the gym, and I would always see him. And I don't know, one day I had a cap on, Yankees or Dolphins, and he's like, are you a fan? And I'm like, yeah, and we start talking back and forth. So, he asked me where I live. I asked him where you live, and he goes, oh, I don't live here. I go, you don't live here? He goes, no. I go, I see you every morning get coffee. He goes, oh, I just pull up, and I just get a coffee, and I walk out.
But how did he know? I mean, he must have visited a guest or something there. Like, how did he know that you guys had coffee there every morning?
He said I don't know what it was, but he knew there was coffee. And when you pull up in the morning, the doors would automatically open. You didn't need a key after a certain time, like 8 o'clock, I think. And he would just pull up, walk out, get a coffee, and get back in his car.
Yeah, he must have stayed the night or been there in the morning one day. And he was like, this is good coffee.
Yeah, I'll just come back.
Yeah, it's free.
And it just
I have to go to
that.
Starbucks and wait in line and pay.
Yeah, and I was just like, you don't live here?
That's
he goes,
funny.
No. And it was just cracked me up because the way he was. He goes, yeah, I'll see you around. I go, yeah, okay.
Well, people do that. They scam all those places like the DoubleTrees or whatever that do the free breakfast in the mornings.
Yeah.
People will do that. They scam them all the time because they don't ask you for a hotel card. So they'll just walk into the lobby, go into the free buffet, and have a free breakfast.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, now what's DoubleTree?
It's a hotel. And I don't know, is it specific?
You wouldn't know.
Yeah, I know. Is it specifically DoubleTree? I know there's a bunch of hotels that do the free breakfast.
So you walk in,
and it's just like a continental. It's nothing crazy.
A bagel, an orange, a banana.
Yeah, like a pastry or something.
But
nothing
still,
crazy.
I mean, you're not paying. You just walk up, you eat breakfast, and you leave? My God.
They don't check.
That's unbelievable.
Uh-huh. A lot of scammers out there, G-Man.
Oof.
Don't tell the homeless around here.
Yep, you got to do what you got to do to survive.
Free breakfast at DoubleTree. Meet me. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. We'll be back with This Day in History. Florida stories and so much more. Peace.
We're everywhere you need to be.
I've been everywhere, man.
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Real Radio wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. We're hooking you up with $1,000 up to 13 times every weekday. Bet on every game, make some crazy parlays, buy some new jerseys, pay off some of that debt. Once you win the money, we don't care what you do with it. It's yours. Listen for the keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio. Red Zone Revenue is sponsored by Steinger, Green, and Finer.
After your car accident, we put money in your pocket or you pay us nothing. Steinger, Green, and Finer. 1-800-561-1111.
800-561-1111. 800-561-1111.
Offices West Palm and Miami.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
A police investigation has the eastbound lanes of Southern Boulevard shut down. Between Kirk Road and Congress Avenue, take Gun Club Road instead. It's stop and go on the Turnpike northbound from Lake Worth Road to Southern Boulevard. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
In today's Marketers Report, Erica Taylor, Chief Marketing Officer of Genentech, weighs in on audio's ability to reach any audience.
Everyone is listening somewhere, somehow. So it's a great way to take something very precise in what we're trying to do to reach patients with something that I think we can all agree is somewhat broad in reaching many, many different audiences.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Hey, it's the Greek, and football's back. Watch parties, tailgate parties, people come over to the house to watch the game. Well, Tito's Vodka needs to be your quarterback. From the sidelines to the goal line, Tito's Vodka has you covered. This football season, make sure you have plenty of Tito's, and Tito's is on your roster. Pick up a bottle today and enjoy football season, baby. Go Tito's. And even if your team's losing, you're a winner because you got Tito's handmade vodka on your team. Peace.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, Matt.
Are you ready to tell the readers about the extra special episode we have coming up?
I think we have to let them in on our little surprise.
Yeah, if you haven't already figured it out, can't believe this, Mariah Carey will be joining us this week.
Wow.
Readers, publicists, Katie's, and finalists tune in to maybe the most unforgettable episode of Las Culturistas yet. Listen to Las Culturistas on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Las Culturistas and start listening.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Unless you've been totally off the grid, you probably know there's a big election this year. Did you know that there's so much more than the president on the ballot? This year, we are voting for members of the House and the Senate, governors and state legislatures, school boards and sheriffs, and so much more. People are making decisions that shape your future, with or without you. So make sure you vote about it. Don't sit out this election. Get registered and ready to vote right now at whenweallvote.org. Sponsored by Civic Nation.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. After a comfortable start to the day, expect a mix of sun and clouds into the afternoon with an onshore breeze between 15 to 25 miles per hour. Temperatures will remain in the mid to upper 70s across the area. Then partly cloudy, mild again tonight with overnight lows in the upper 60s and low 70s by Friday morning.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
This week on Red Pilled America, we tell the story of how The Apprentice made Trump a national hero and detail the first time Kamala Harris took her boss's job, and it wasn't Joe. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's red-pilled America.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Strike's Cigar Lounge.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword deposit at realradio921.com. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Be up, bitch.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
That's a good rejoinder. That was the music, I think, that was used if Alabama loses. I think that was the background music. We did that famous song.
It's.
I think it's the same song.
Is it? All right.
You might be able to find that. It's called If Alabama Loses. It's Franny and I in a rap song.
All right, I'll look for a sec.
Yeah. It is The Penthouse on a Thursday.
I don't know if I would consider it a rap song. But it's definitely an original, for sure.
It's a song, and we're rapping.
I'm not rapping.
Suppose we got a lot of money for it, and they said, well, you rap song. We got to sell it to something.
Okay.
I'm trying to sell Greekism.
It's a dance track. How about that?
Okay, it's a dance. Yeah, see, I go. When you say something, I
dance
flow.
track.
It's a dance track. If Alabama loses, it's in there. It is Francis, Greek, and Dominic. You have it?
Yeah.
Here it is. It's a big hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if Alabama loses, they're done.
Yeah.
Who loses?
Yeah.
Who loses?
Yeah.
Who loses?
Yeah.
Now, if Alabama loses, they're done.
Yeah.
Babble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Babble.
Yeah.
Babble.
Yeah.
Babble.
Yeah.
Tight. Babble.
Yeah.
You hear this at like Club 11, like 5:30 in the morning on Saturday. They're done.
Yeah.
Alabama's playing Tennessee tomorrow. Nice. See, you found it. You're a genius.
They play on what? Tomorrow?
Alabama plays Tennessee tomorrow.
On Friday? Oh, okay.
Oh, no, Saturday. Excuse me.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought today was Friday. They play Saturday at 3:30. And Georgia plays the Hook'em Horns. Woo. Look, he's ready to put up Texas in front of France.
You better put that upside down. You better go upside down with those horns.
Oh, my God. Don't ever be afraid to have an opinion or something like that. She's a fan, you know what? But if you like Texas, laying the 4.5.
I know, he said it. I know he's vocal about it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm still not going upside down with my horns.
Is her horns going to be more powerful than your horns? Ooh. I got to tell you, I was early in all Texas. Starting to lean.
I'm very worried about this game. Let's just say that. I'm not going in confident, but of course I'm still going to root for my team.
Well, I'm talking about the spread. I'm starting to lean a little towards Georgia because everybody's telling Texas. It's time for some Florida stories.
Yeah.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Well, a South Florida man has pled guilty to murder for hire. This happened, Boynton Beach, what's up? This guy thought he was hiring a hitman. Guess most of the time you're not. Most of the time you're hiring an undercover agent. That's what happens.
What is sad about this story is we don't go 2-3 months, a man, a female. People hire them. Like, you can't hire a hitman like you see an ad.
Well, they
on
probably
Craigslist.
They're probably on the dark web or some kind of sketchy site. But guess what? Undercover agents, cops, they scour those things too to look for stuff like this, all the illegal activity. But yeah, so this guy thought he was hiring a hitman, but instead unknowingly paid an undercover agent. He has pleaded guilty in federal court for murder for hire. His name is Makram. He was arrested after confidential informant for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms reported that he was looking for a hitman. The informant relayed the information to an undercover ATF agent who posed as the hitman. Unknowingly, this dude gave him $5,000 in exchange for the murder of a person. It's not that much to murder somebody.
Right there should have been red flag.
So the guy claims the reason why is because the person he wanted to hit on stole over $1 million from him and a business from him, according to a criminal complaint.
Doesn't matter. Still against the law.
He admitted that he met with the undercover agent and that he told the undercover agent he did not care how the intended target was killed. Just do it. Yeah, so during the first meeting, plantation area, they said he was in the streets with his family because the person had stolen $1 million. That this guy was now in the streets because the guy stole $1 million from him and a business that was worth $3 million. I understand that you're mad, but like you said, don't go killing people.
What do you think you can get for $5,000?
He said whatever had to be done. He met with the agent once again, paid the first half of the promised $5,000, so give him $2,500 at the time, provided the name, car details, work schedule, all kinds of stuff. He planned to pay the second half once he had photos proving that the person was in fact dead. The undercover agent emphasized multiple times that the act could not be undone. Just so you know, once he's dead, he's dead. And the guy said, no S-bomb. He replied, no S, and said that he was willing to do it himself. And told the agent to stop asking questions.
Wow.
So
he just made a bad situation
it's
worse.
so interesting, though, with these undercover agents, how they meet with them so many times before the actual arrest is made.
Well, they want to make sure there's no loopholes.
Yeah.
And they get everything on tape, you know, because there could be like, well, he really didn't order it. He was talking about doing it.
And you got to get the words for
and the payment.
And the payment.
But you also have to get those, I want you to kill him, like said. Because sometimes they beat around the bush. They don't necessarily say that. Yeah. So they said he pleaded guilty Tuesday. Federal court, Fort Lauderdale, and faces up to 10 years in prison.
5,000 is a very low number.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think some hitman...
Yeah, depends the time of year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, slow.
They like money.
Yeah, they got slow
care.
season too.
Got to buy some gifts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then calm down, dude. This guy, and I've heard, and I heard somebody call the show after us, the News Junkie, and they're linemen, and they're trying to help out and put power, and for a lot of people who lost it during Milton and even Helene, and people get all upset with them. Like, when are you going to start my power? When am I going to have power? It's like they're doing their best they can right now. And they have said, they're like, just please be kind to these linemen because they're doing what they can do. Yeah. And this went to a crazy extent here. Linemen working to restore power in Thonotasasa. I love how Thonotasasa. That's a fun name for a city. They said, these linemen weren't warmly received by a man who deputies say threatened to shoot them after he tried to plow through a roadblock. According to Hillsborough County Sheriff's, there was a traffic delay around 3 p.m. Because power line crews were working on repairs. Deputies say that Kenny Ray Velasco grew impatient, backed his vehicle into the utility pole and fence, causing $1,000 in damages before trying to drive away. The power line crew tried to stop him from leaving, but he repeatedly threatened to shoot them. Deputies added that he then drove towards them, and they had to jump out of the way of his vehicle so he wouldn't run him over. Deputies did eventually catch him in his car nearby and arrested him. They said, listen, linemen have been working, as I mentioned, tirelessly to restore power after the storm. For this person to threaten their lives and deliberately endanger them, all because of a traffic delay, shows a disturbing lack of regard for the safety of others and the critical work that's being done. So we're grateful no one was seriously hurt, and this suspect will face the full extent of the law. Then next up, it's been a while since we've had a machete in the news.
Yeah, it's been a little quiet.
We're still in Palm Beach County, man. A lot of here in Boynton Beach. Now Palm Beach County Sheriff's like, this is definitely 92-1, if you guys know any of these people. Man has been accused of attacking 2 people with a machete in a horse barn, leaving a woman with her nose completely severed off.
Oh, I don't want to. Oh, God. There goes my lunch.
On Tuesday, PBSO responded to a 911 call, which stated a woman where a woman stated that her nose was cut off by a machete. I hope they were able to reattach it. Deputies reported arriving on the scene to find a man and a woman inside a horse stable suffering severe injuries. The 2 victims were transported to St. Mary's. The woman told detectives that she owns a horse stable where people board their horses. She hired this guy, Abundio Hassel, about a month ago as a horse groomsman and allowed him to live in an RV on the property. The woman continued to tell detectives that she and Hasso had several arguments due to him being drunk and getting aggressive when she asked him to fulfill his responsibilities. Do your job, but he would get aggressive. She stated that around 9 o'clock on Tuesday at night, she noticed Hasso had not finished his night check on the stables yet. She got another tenant who lives and helps with the stables to go check on him. with her because she said he gets drunk and belligerent, so probably still scared of him. When he opened the door to his RV, he reportedly appeared intoxicated and was shining a flashlight in both of their eyes. It's been a move this week. Somebody else was doing that with a flamethrower. The woman and the man decided to complete the night check themselves to defuse the situation. They said the victims told PBSO that as they were completing the night check on the horses, that's when Hasso came out of nowhere, took out a large machete he had hidden in his waistband. The man with the stable owner attempted to defuse the situation by stepping in between her and Hasso. However, Hasso struck him with the machete. The man told deputies that he then saw Hasso strike the woman in the face, severing her nose completely and causing her to fall to the ground.
This is terrible.
They say that the man attempted to jump in between him and the woman in fear for her life when he struck him with the machete again, slicing his arm and his rib cage. The guy was able to push him back during the altercation, which allowed the two victims to escape and hide in a locked room in the barn to call 911.
This is John Wick 5?
Deputies were attempting to get him out of the RV where he was hiding. He told them that he was mad at the stable owner for calling him garbage and insulting him. The woman suffered from severe injuries, which included severed nose, facial trauma, and her upper jawbone was fractured. Jesus.
Oh, my God.
The guy suffered metacarpal fracture in his wrist, large laceration, and needed 17 stitches to his wrist. And he said he had lacerations on his tricep and rib cage. So has now been accused of 2 counts of first-degree attempted murder. And that is here at the Florida.
Man, that's tough to jump into.
Yeah,
Man,
sorry about that.
That was a bad
We're going to do it again at 1 o'clock, so get ready.
I can't wait. Mark Cuban has an ATM in his house.
Oh, wait, quickly, I want to give you an update on your girl, Molly.
Okay.
So, where's Molly? Where's Molly? I don't know. Where's Molly? According to everybody, everybody's freaking out. Well, where's Molly? And they're saying that she is, as of last Friday, she was scheduled to appear at the Tennessee State game, and she didn't. Nowhere to be seen. Molly Quorum, just if you're wondering who we're talking about, she was very upset. She's on First Take, ESPN, with Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp.
I wasn't upset. It was just something to look at.
Yeah, but you were wondering.
Every day you've been wondering where she's at.
Where is Molly?
I was upset.
So she's been off air. Fans have been fearing, well, what's going on there? Is there an issue behind the scenes? Is she okay? And so they're claiming that she is out the rest of the week, is as of last Friday, and she's set to return on Monday. So don't worry, G-Man. She will be back on the program October 21st, and they said she's going to be there as a regular guest. It is expected to have regular guests, including, as we know, her co-anchor. The reason behind her absence have remained a mystery all week. They speculated, as Dom and I did, that possibly fighting an illness, taking maybe some time off to recover. But they're saying, according to sources, that she has always planned to have this break ahead of the NBA season. They said despite viewers' worries, she's doing well and is looking forward to her return. She's believed to have wanted a recharge ahead of the NCAA college basketball season beginning next month. They say Molly is a basketball expert first and foremost, and she wants to be fresh and ready for the intense season ahead. So that's what they said. They said when she's off, she's off. Molly wants a clean break. She has complete downtime. She disconnects social media, everything when she takes off. She just rests. So she says she has a normal, basic life like everyone else. She likes to chill, do simple things, and don't worry, she will be absolutely okay. So you'll have her back.
It's a good time for her to renegotiate her contract. It shows. Because if anybody else lived on that show, they wouldn't care. Stephen A., so many people like him, but so many people hate him. I mean,
just too much of a loud personality.
Yeah, and he makes $20 million a year. Like it was like Roger Goodell. When Roger Goodell's salary came out, it turned a lot of people off. It just did, because they heard he was making $55 million. When nobody knew what Stephen A. made. When they found out he wants $20 million, you're like, $20 million? And I'm saying everybody. I'm saying the average, what you hear. And the same with her. I mean, a lot of people were like, hey, she's gone. So, I mean, it's not great for them. If I'm running ESPN, I'm like, hey, guys, I don't know. Who's the star? Chop, chop. It's usually the one, who makes everybody, like you said, call up and say, Stephen A., they're like, all right, Stephen A. They like him, but a lot of people hate him. So Mark Cuban's got an ATM put in his house in 2011. I think that'd be cool. Do you think he would spend more money if you had an ATM or less? Now, it's your money. We know that, obviously.
Oh, so he's it for himself? It's not for...
No, it's for him. It's his own money, and when he wants cash, he just goes and gets it. My buddy was telling me, he goes, Creek, why don't you get one in your house?
Are you sure it's not for, like, when he has friends over gambling and stuff like that?
It might be for that, too, but he uses it himself. I read an article about it, that anytime he wants cash, he just goes there. And it's Mark Cuban.
But it's his money. So how would that work if friends wanted to use his ATM? They'd be taking his money.
Well, they still have to use their card.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is it through a bank or is it his own private ATM? You couldn't use a Citibank or anything like that.
From what I read, it's his own ATM with his money in it. So, anytime he needs money, instead of going to a bank or anything, he just goes there and hits
Got it.
So do you think you would spend more if you had one in your house or less? That's my question.
But I don't spend much money in my house.
No, I'm saying I'm saying when an ATM was in your house is what I'm saying. I go to the ATM a lot.
I don't see you do. I don't use cash unless I have it on me. So, no, it wouldn't make a difference to me.
It wouldn't make a difference. You're a billionaire? Nope.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking us.
Well, it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah. I would definitely want one in my house. I think it's cool. Just have an ATM, just go where. I need $40. I got to tip somebody. Here you go. It's such a pain in the ass to go there to the ATM. It is. Like, nobody goes in the bank. And if you do go in a bank, it's like my bank, there's less and less of them. I mean, there's Wells Fargo. They shut down a lot. So, and if you go to another bank, obviously you'll get a fee.
Mm-hmm. I only have 2 banks in the area that I know of.
Yeah, yours
It's a pain in the ass. That's why I don't really go that often.
Yeah.
Citibank. There's one on East PGA and there's one West Okeechobee. I know there's more like South, but in the vicinity of them, there's not that many. So we have a couple texts. 47142 started off with Real Radio. Help, Frannis. I love that call, Frannis. My stream dropped when switching between Wi-Fi's during the keyword a few minutes ago, and I missed it. What is the 11 a.m. keyword? If you can help us out with that, Dom, that would be great. Yes.
Deposit.
All righty. And then let's see here. Hey, Franny. Greek said he likes track lighting. Funny reference to the movie Steel Magnolias. And I love that movie. Such a sad movie, but I'm trying to remember the reference to it.
Doesn't she die at the end?
Yeah, well, thanks for ruining it for everybody. Just kidding.
It's been out for 20 years?
Spoiler alert. Probably longer than that. I would say Steel Magnolias might be 30-something years old. That movie is so sad. It says, "Hey, Fireman Dead, get over yourself. You're no better than any other 65,000 fans."
Fireman Ed, yeah.
In the stadium. It says Fireman Dead. Fans in the stadium. Your flame has burnt out.
Nice.
We have, does Greek have any thoughts on the Titans releasing Pro Bowl safety Jamal Adams? That's from Sarah B.
I mean, I think a lot of times it's a trade deadline and they're trying to save money. And I guess he fell out of, the GM and the front office's good graces. I think that's what ends up happening. They probably weren't happy with him. Obviously, that's why they released him. That's what I would think. He'll get picked up.
And then another hate love for Dom here. I honestly don't understand how Greek and Franny deal with Dom all week. His voice is like listening to Fran Drescher all day. It's so fun to roast Dom. Is what we got on here.
I never thought of you and
Not
Fran.
even close.
Yeah, I don't think so at all.
47142. But that's
she is not bad, though. Like 3 in the morning, give her a toss.
They added. It's so fun to roast Dom. 47142. That's our text line. Started off with Real Radio.
Dom, would you bang her if she called you at 3 in the morning? You know who she is, first of all.
No.
You don't know.
The nanny.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Would you bang her if you had a chance?
Yeah, maybe like 25 years ago, 30 years ago.
Wow. You know what she looks like today?
She still looks good.
Yeah, she still
I'm just saying, I remember the nanny show. Yeah. I would go back then if I could.
She's 67.
I think she would too.
She's double your age. Way more than double. She's 67 now.
Yeah, I think she would. She still looks good, though.
She does. She looks fantastic.
She does. God bless her.
Isn't she the president of the Actors
Guild?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. Because when the strike went down.
I know. I thought that was interesting. The Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah, she's the president. And she got people were. I think everybody like you was like, who's the president?
Well, because she kind of went away for her. And then it's like, she was in the spotlight with all of this when they went on strike.
She had a lot of personal problems. She had a very bad situation at her home. It's out there. And, she went through a lot. I know that's why she stayed out of acting for a while. But again, 67 years old, you're saying it might be a little bit too old for you. At this present time.
A little.
Yeah. Suppose she said, I got 3 weeks left and don't even think about it.
Do I get the money too after 3 weeks?
3 weeks left. Even after the fact? Yeah.
Is it all about money with you?
What about you?
Would I say? I don't want her money. No. Would I bang her? I don't know about that voice. Oof. That's tough. Great, get in here.
I don't think she talks like that.
That might be a pillow thing for her.
Oh, God.
I want to suffocate her.
Shut your mic off.
She doesn't talk like that.
Did you hear her on the podium?
I did, but it's not as bad.
No,
as
but it's still there.
She exaggerates in the nanny.
Sure,
100%, and that laugh and everything.
Yeah. Oh, definitely to laugh. But I mean, her voice is pretty similar. But all right, we'll keep looking for you, buddy. We'll see if we can find you somebody. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. It is a Thursday on Real Radio. Don't forget, we'll be out tomorrow at the Crazy Horse. Stop by and see us from 10 to 2. Doors open at 11. But you guys stop by for Greek's Gridiron, your chance to play me 7 games against the spread. If you win, you will win a $125 gift card to New York Prime, and you can get some stone crabs. I was there last night. I had them. They were awesome. And then you get your name into the grand prize, which is 3 nights at the Hard Rock Hotel. You get also a box of Vega Fina cigars, a golf cart for an H&H, which we are supposed to get the picture from today, which is a beautiful golf cart. You get tickets to Sebastian on April 4th and a $200 gift card to Council Oak. That is a grand prize. Woo! I mean, for the last 10 years, we've been sending people to Vegas, and actually people were complaining like, oh, Vegas, pain in the ass to go. So we want to keep it a little closer this year. You're at Hard Rock, and since we got sports betting and roulette and table games, you can do all the same stuff. And so just pay attention. Come to tomorrow, see us at the Crazy Horse, Francis and I. You guys have a great afternoon. We'll be back tomorrow. Kidding. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Big numbers without power. In fact, you guys are both very, very lucky looking at these numbers that you're not amongst these
I am
folks.
blown away.
It's about 1 out of 4 people right now that are without power.
Same with HPV.
The news junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
If you missed our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas, make some noise!
Watch the best moments exclusively on Hulu right now.
All right, you guys are out for a party, I can tell.
See the biggest festival headliners from around the world assembled on one stage on one show.
This iHeart energy is so incredible.
See it all at our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu right now.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
A police investigation has the eastbound lanes of Southern Boulevard shut down. Between Kirk Road and Congress Avenue, take Gun Club Road instead. It's stop and go on the Turnpike northbound from Lake Worth Road to Southern Boulevard. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
Every day, a child in poverty waits for a sponsor is another day of hopelessness. There are thousands of kids who've been waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Just text the word radio to 83393.
Hey, it's Franny. Want to sell your car, truck, SUV, or even a classic collectible? Go to GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer. Whether it's your daily driver or a supercar, they'll buy it and they'll beat any CarMax offer or give you $100. Skip the tire kickers and dealer headaches. Just enter your VIN or license plate at GiveMeTheVin.com and you'll get your offer in minutes. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Sell your car for more at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. Election Day is November 5th. Voting by mail is easy and secure. Request online at votepalmbeach.gov or call us at 561-656-6208. Return your ballot with prepaid postage or drop it off at one of our secure locations during designated hours. Our online ballot tracker allows you to get live updates on the status of your ballot, and the deadline to request is Thursday, October 24th. No matter how you vote this November, we're here to make it count. Sponsored by the Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections Office.
Hey, it's the Greek. It is football season. In week 1, a Florida bettor went 16 for 16, picked the winner of every single game correctly in a parlay. They turned $15 bet into $104,000. That's a winner-winner. Download the Hard Rock app today and have some fun. It's football season, and it's legal in Florida. Hard Rock app. Download it today. Pace. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-AMIT-IT.
When the going gets tough, the tough gets StormSmart. Since 1996, StormSmart has simplified the process of protecting your home while increasing its living space and beauty. Because smart is easy. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
Power's out.
Comcast Business has you covered with Wi-Fi backup to help keep your business up and running, even when your power goes out.
Everybody in the warehouse good?
Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Can't microwave my burrito, but Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet and Security Edge plus Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Unlimited Mobile. And ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 11/17/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, Security Edge, and Wi-Fi backup. Eagle bill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
Hey, it's Greek to tell you about my new favorite spot, Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. Pollard is an upscale, sophisticated coffee shop specializing in a wide range of coffee, beverages, and teas. Located in Deerfield Beach, proud sponsor 2024 Greek's Gridiron. Pollard Coffee, the way I start every day. Peace.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Hey, pet parents! With Progressive's collision coverage, you get extra protection for your cat or dog, because there's nothing worse than seeing your pet hurt. Like when you see their face after accidentally stepping on their tail, and you say, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Pickles." But as you kiss his nose and rub his little belly welly, you know Mr. Pickles is thinking, "You betrayed me." Anywho, Progressive pays up to $1,000 in vet bills if your pet is injured in an auto accident. Learn more at Progressive.com and watch where you step. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Collision coverage subject to policy terms. Not available in all states.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
Every day, a child in poverty waits for a sponsor is another day of hopelessness. There are thousands of kids who've been waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Just text the word radio to 83393.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Sarah Spain for iHeart Women's Sports.
Presented by Elf Beauty.
The 2024 All-WNBA first team was announced today with league MVP Asia Wilson of the Las Vegas Aces and Defensive Player of the Year Nafisa Collier of the Minnesota Lynx, both getting voted in unanimously, receiving all 335 points each. Joining them are New York Liberty forward Brianna Stewart, who garnered 331 points, Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark with 302 points, and Connecticut Sun forward Alyssa Thomas with 255. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcast.
84% of sports fans are into women's sports, but they only get 15% of the media coverage. Doesn't add up. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports, Elf Beauty is serious about igniting conversations that'll reshape the future of sports. Join the movement at elfbeauty.com.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored to you by Pillar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Mo Better Garage. Mo Better Garage. We make it way Mo Better. MoBetterGarage.com.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Thursday, getting ready for some football this weekend. Don't forget the Gators are playing Saturday night at 7 p.m. 4 o'clock is the pregame. We are also the home of the Florida Panthers. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Francis is here.
What's up?
And it is time for a Greek's Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, Dodgers spanked the Mets last night, 8-zip. Ohtani hit a home run. Oh, my God. It almost ended up in the Empire State Building. That thing was upper deck. Just fair. 8-zip. They do it again tonight. Yankees play at 5 p.m. today. So if you're a Yankee fan, remember that. Maybe you got to get scoot out of work early. You can't walk your dog. That's Tom saying he's sick. Whatever you got to do, Yankees at 5 o'clock. There's a football game tonight in the NFL. Saints in Denver. It's going to be like watching paint dry. But everybody's going to bet it because you know what? You got to gamble on Thursday nights, but it's going to be a brutal game. Sean Payton does go back to New Orleans. We'll see how the crowd handles him. I'm sure he'll get a nice reception. Sunday, there's a big game. The Giants take on the Eagles. Now, if you want to bet props, bet this today. Over on Barkley rushing, because that number is just going to go up, up, up. And he's going to get the ball as much as a Kardashian does at the NBA All-Star game. I mean, oh, my God, it's going to be coming at him all day long. And they've already said it. Barkley's like, it's just a regular game. No, it's not just a regular game. The Giants dissed him. He's not happy. He's going to be carrying the rock. Don't wait till Sunday to bet this on Hard Rock. Bet it today if you like the over. So that's my suggestion to you. WNBA last night, big game. And, my God, what an unbelievable ending. I couldn't have wrote a better script if I had my own pen.
DeFebish. 8 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter of Game 3. 4 seconds. Ionescu will heave and hit! And hit! Sabrina Ionescu with the biggest shot in Liberty history. He's 77 New York in front on a logo bomb. Williams has to get it in. McBride gets it off. That is it! What a comeback from the New York Liberty.
Big game for the Liberty. New York might get a championship for the first time ever in their history of their franchise. They need one more win, and they are champs of the WNBA. Great game last night. And Minnesota, if you had them and you like the Liberty, you won all the way. It's like getting a hot fudge sundae and a cherry on top because they were given 3.5, which was awesome. Greek's Trifecta is always sponsored by Pollard Coffee and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Now, Dom, I know you said you had a great callback line, right?
Oh, I do.
Callback, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, Brian Mudd sounds like he could be the spokesperson for Preparation H.
That was for our good buddy Brian Mudd on WJNO, where Dominic starts his day at 4:30. Is that what time you exactly get here, or is that time you get up?
No, that's when I got here.
Wow, 4:30. They start at 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I always thought they should start at 6.
Yeah, it's a little early.
Yeah, most morning shows do start at 6. So Dom also let me in the know because we were talking about the terrible thing that happened with that One Direction singer. He was in the band, Liam Payne. And just recently, too, it looks like that the Jonas Brothers, they're back together. I know you're so excited that they've been touring together again.
Oh, my God. When they were at Hard Rock, I waited 8 hours.
They were doing their own thing for a long time. But I think probably the most famous of them, Nick Jonas.
Is he the cute one?
It depends on who you think's cute. Some people think Joe is cute, but Nick is the one he's the one who gets a lot more love from her. And he's with Priyanka, what's her name? Really pretty actress.
She's,
Chopra. Priyanka Chopra,
yeah,
right?
They've been married for a while.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
Priyanka Chopra, yeah. I think I'm totally going to mess up her name. But anyway, so at a concert, and that's the thing is that you just never know in this world what's going to happen. And even if it's a pen or not, we know this happened with Tom Brady, somebody doing one of those laser pens and stuff, or laser light. Well, that's what happened. They were on stage, and this was in Prague, and they had to briefly stop the show because Nick Jonas ran off stage because he noticed that there was a laser on him.
Yeah.
On his face. Not even on him, just on his face.
Yep.
It's crazy.
So he did. He dashed off the stage mid-concert while making like a timeout sign on his hands. And the representatives of the arena said that they did confirm the show was halted for several minutes afterwards I don't know if they found the person because Yeah, the use of laser pointers is prohibited.
Yeah, you can't.
No, not at all.
Nowhere.
Mm-hmm. So they said after several minutes, they did continue on with the concert. But I'm curious. I mean, did you go through the audience, the crowd, security to try to find who's doing that? Because, yeah, safety of performers on stage is a super hot button in recent years. Well, it's been for a while. And even guests are in attendance. But
maybe they could narrow it down to a certain section. And they may, maybe have been able to check.
Mm-hmm.
You usually hear a lot about that. It's happened at a couple football games over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Brady was the AFC Championship game a couple years ago, and it was a big thing.
They got him in like his eye, right?
Yep.
I mean, and those things can blind you.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bunch of knuckleheads that point them up at the helicopters, at sheriff's office.
It's terrible.
Pilots.
Yeah. I mean, again, they talk about security at the stadiums, and it's very loose. If they stopped every single person, you're talking 50, 60,000 people. You know how long it would take you to get in a game? So it's just like the real quick, boop, 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 touch you and you walk right in. So there are people who sneak in things all the time. Liquor, obviously, we see that.
And those are so small, right? I mean, it's easy.
But something like
in.
that, I mean, it depends what the situation was, but better be safe than sorry.
Yeah, that could be on someone's keychain. That's how small it is,
Yeah,
Yep.
you just don't know. The good thing, I think, there are two things. Obviously, nobody got hurt. And he didn't. But there are some performers but might be like, hey, the show's over. I'm not doing it. And that's when everybody pays, which is unfortunate. We've seen that with other performers and comedians. Like when they find somebody taping something, I've heard stories where guys just walk off and they're like, I'm done. That's it. And I think that sucks so bad for the audience. It just happened. Somebody was playing at Hard Rock and they ended the show really early, a comedian, and he left early because somebody was taping or something like that. But I just feel bad for the other people. It's not, everybody pays a ton of money, and then one person, a knucklehead, does that, and then everybody pays. So it sucks. So be considerate for people. Always remember that, but I think it's better to be safe than sorry. Jay-Z years ago invested $2 million in Uber. Guess what that paid off? $2 million he put in there.
I don't know, a lot.
70.
That was like a lot of money.
$70 million. My God, you want to talk about a payday? Oh, my God, $2 million. I have a buddy of mine who invested in Uber when it first started, and I think he did $200,000, and he was like, wow.
Isn't Ashton Kutcher part of that mix?
I think he is. But, yeah, I'm like, man, $2 million for 70? Whew. Man, that is New York state of mind right there. That is some serious bling there. That's why he's trying to open up his own casino in New York. Jay-Z's very successful, has a lot of different things that he's involved in, not just music. He has his own sports agency, the champagne. He has a piece of Ace. So yeah, a lot of different things. But I saw that $2 million.
Yeah, a lot of people, I guess, were like, yeah, this is going to be huge because according to this article that was written in 2019, a bunch of people celebrities backed Uber. Ashton Kutcher's Uber investment made him the ultimate celebrity investor. He was one of the first ones to jump on there. Then they also claim here, as you mentioned, Jay-Z, Olivia Munn, Gwyneth Paltrow, and then other celebs, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jared Leto, and Beyonce also.
Now, when Uber came out, did you think it was going to be successful? Like the process of a stranger picking you up?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. I utilize it all the time, yeah.
No, I know you utilize it, but I'm saying, did you think it was going to, really?
Yes.
I don't
because
know.
you see them everywhere. And I'm not saying I do, but where you're at, and if it's busy places, a lot of people are utilizing them.
I just found it weird, like you're getting picked up by a stranger. That's the first thoughts that went through my mind.
But I felt the same way when a taxi would get you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a stranger.
You know, it's weird. I never really was concerned about it. Were you?
Nope. Especially they have background checks.
Mm-hmm.
I know they don't have the best, but there is at least a background check.
I mean, there are crazy Uber drivers out there. Don't get me wrong. There's crazy passengers out there too. So, but yeah, and maybe it should have, but I never really got concerned even from the beginning of getting into an Uber.
That's cool.
Because as Dom mentioned, I mean, what's the difference between getting into an Uber and a cab? I don't know the cab driver.
I mean, I remember a story you told a long time ago about somebody you knew fooling around with an Uber driver. Mm-hmm. And about a month ago, I was in a restaurant, and these girls were sitting next to me at the bar, and the girl was telling me she did the same thing and telling her friend. She didn't know I was listening. I was just sitting there. I was at the end of the bar. But I was like, I just find that amazing. You get picked up, and you bang somebody 15 minutes later. Like I bet you it's not
a
that
lot of time
uncommon.
they're picking up people who are wasted.
Yeah.
And I mean, if the Uber driver's charming and you were planning on going home with somebody that night and it didn't work out at the bar, well, there you go.
And you're already probably going home, so.
Exactly.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I guess some guys have all the luck. What do you got there, buddy?
We got Toot on the phone.
Toot, what's up?
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing good, Toot. Really, I can't say we're not doing good. We're doing good.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Then how you were talking about, people canceling shows for student bots out there, being retards.
Yeah.
But one time we went to the South Florida Fair.
Okay.
Ron White, the comedian.
Yes, familiar. Big star.
You get a ticket for him, and it's also entrance to the fair.
Okay.
The row in front of us, some guy was heckling him, right? And he got mad, and he goes, "Security, that whole row. I don't care who it was. I want that whole row out."
Were you in the row?
20 people. No, it was the row in front of us.
Wow.
That sucks.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
That does. I mean, especially if you were not part of any of that. That's unfortunate.
And did they all get thrown out?
There was, the whole row, 20 people.
Wow.
Yeah. And he ended up going through 1.5 cigars and a bottle of scotch on that show.
Yeah, he's a drinker.
I mean,
yeah, that's part of his act. He always brings out the stool with the whiskey, the cigarette. I don't know about now because I think he stopped. He got sick.
I think he slowed down, yeah.
Yeah, I think he got sick or something like that. But yeah, that sucks. Like that's what I was just talking about. When everybody gets penalized, there was somebody at the Hard Rock a few years ago who just walked off. I don't know what comedian was, but they were really giving him a hard time.
See ya. He said, "See ya." That's it. Yeah.
You're not getting your money back. I mean, I don't know what happened to the situation with you with those, the people in front of you, the 20 people. I don't think you get your money back. I'm not sure.
No, and like I said, it was also entrance into the fair.
So you couldn't get into the fair, and you missed Ron White.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed those little pig races.
That's the best.
I'm pretty sure somebody got some vengeance on that dude that was heckling them.
Yeah, it sucks.
I
mean, those are situations that happen, and people drink or whatever, or they just feel like, hey, I bought a ticket, I could do whatever I want. But I'm sure they didn't think everybody was going to get thrown out. But you can't you can't have bad behavior.
No, not at all. I mean, it's okay, you joke around, whatever, but don't continue being repetitive, stupid crap like that,
And some guys, some people who are performing, men and women, they don't have the patience. They don't want to deal with it. They're like, you know what? No. And it also sends the message to everybody else, shut your mouth. Because if you start, giving me a hard time, I'm going to throw you out.
Yeah, enjoy the show.
That's right.
I'm going to enjoy the show.
Well, that worked out good for you because they were in front of you. Didn't even have to worry about people sitting in front of you.
Yeah, right. We could put our legs up now.
All right, cool. All right, so if you see Ron White in the airport sometime, thank him.
I will do. All right, later on, guys.
Love you, too.
Bye, too.
877-927-6969. That's the number to call. If you guys want to get involved in the program, you can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Would you want an ATM in your house? And if you had one, do you think it would save you money or would it make you spend more money?
How mad would you be when you go to it and it's empty?
The machine?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's on me to refill it.
Well, how mad would you be?
There's no difference in taking money out of my bank account. I mean, when your money goes down in your bank account, you're taking it out.
You're be like, oh, well, there goes 10 grand.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm using it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I'm going to get mad. I would just be like, yeah, I got to refill it.
You probably wouldn't want to do it anyway.
He'd have somebody else do it for him, 100%. So speaking of money, if you want to win $1 million, I can't believe it's been gone that long. So do you remember Lay's used to have that contest where you try to create a new flavor for them?
Who is this?
Lay's potato chips.
Oh, yeah.
And they called it Do Us a Flavor is what it was. And the contest has been gone for 7 years. I didn't realize they haven't done it in 7 years. But
They were having some financial problems.
It's finally back. And if you don't remember, the very first winner ever was chicken and waffles flavor. Then the following year, they did a cheesy garlic bread, then southern biscuits and gravy. They did fried green tomato with pimento cheese, and then crispy taco was the last winner. So now they're back at it. It's already started. So if you want to do it, let me see. I think the link is dousaflavor.com. So you can submit a bunch of ideas for these flavors. Yeah, it's dousaflavor.com. So when you go on there, and not just that, the claim is that you can go on and they said submit up to 10 ideas every day for what you think would be a good Lay's flavor. In the submission, participants would need to put the flavor's name, the inspiration behind the idea, and key ingredients. There's a judging panel. We'll get together after the submission headline has passed, narrow it down to 3 finalists. Frito-Lay experts will then create the final 3 ideas and bring them to market. And then from there, the company will leave the final decision to votes submitted by fans after they get to try it. And that'll happen between April 21st and June 13th. But the sweet deal is, if you have all these brilliant ideas and you're just like, I think this would be a great flavor, you win $1 million if they pick your flavor of chip.
I got one.
$1 million. And then first and second runner-up, don't put it out there. Somebody might steal it. First and second runner-up wins $50,000 each. Not that bad. So even if you don't get picked.
All right, I'll give you my flavor. You can submit it. And if we win, you get 90%.
Yeah, but you're putting it out there. That means everybody's going to.
I didn't say it. I said I'll give it to you.
Oh, you're going to give it to me. Oh, okay.
I'm going to write it down.
Okay.
We'll go 90-10.
Okay.
But you got to pay the taxes on it.
I'm not included in this?
You got to be here 2 months.
He's like, I've been here 7 years.
Yeah, I think so. I think I've been here a while.
7 years. How
Are
much
you
longer?
committed to stay to the end of the year? That is the. Will you make the Christmas party?
I mean,
you better.
The steak. I mean, I got to be there for steak.
Come on, December
$100 in steak.
December 17th, he's out. Quit.
That'll be the night you quit. You're at the Christmas party, then you're like, I gotta go.
It's been a pleasure, Greek.
Yeah, that's what I hear a lot. For a lot of people, mostly females. It's been a pleasure. When they leave, we give them a little basket. You go take it out. Tito's. Everybody's fine. $1 million. Yeah, that's a good contest. I'm sure they're going to get thousands of people that are going to put
of course. And the fact that one person can do 10, you can do 10 submissions a day.
I got one I really think might be good. Now, what happens if somebody like a flavor is taken, like you submit a flavor and somebody else did the same flavor? How do you ever know? Like, imagine if you said, I don't know.
You don't. I guess you don't know. There probably are a lot of
doubles.
Yeah.
Because then if it was one of the ones that you picked and then they went with somebody else, man, I wonder if you would be like, what the hell happened? I said the same thing. And how come I didn't get picked? So, man, that's pretty cool. But $1 million, that's great.
Well, it sucks. I'm on dousaflavor.com. So they must be running slow here because they said check back at 12 p.m. October 16th to submit your idea. I think it's October 17th today. So the website still says coming soon because I've got a lot of ideas in this head, Lays. I do. Where's my phone? I want to put it in my phone so I don't forget.
What was the day in the studio with your phone? What happened? You covered it? It was
I wrapped it in a paper towel.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Freddie wrapped her phone in a paper towel. Were you with us then?
No, I was here.
Oh, my God. It was so funny. And I don't even know why she did it.
I clearly don't either. Yeah. I don't either.
But she got out of the studio at one point to go look for it.
Yeah, no, I couldn't find it. I took it and I put it to bed. I wrapped it all nice and neat in a paper towel and I laid it down. I don't know why.
Oh my God.
I have no idea why.
And then she was like looking for it, like you said. I didn't know where it went. And then she came over. She was, oh, my phone's, and I wrapped it up. I mean, I could see hiding your phone, obviously. Or maybe you put it down. Because the Apple phones, like when it's pitch black, you can never see them. I mean, just you can put them on your bed, the side of your bed, whatever, and you can't find it. But yeah, that day I watched her wrap it, and then I started talking. I'm like, that's a little weird, but I don't want to ask her, what she's into. So I'm like, she's wrapping her phone. What the hell's going on?
And then she gets up randomly during the segment,
just walks out.
I don't know why. Don't ask.
Where's my phone? And I'm like, oh, I didn't know we were looking for your phone. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday, 12:45. Your chance to win tickets to Disturb. Great show. I'm going to be in Acapulco for a Red Bull diving competition, so I can't go, but you guys can win these tickets.
Somebody says, hi, Franny, ATM. Why not just get a safe?
Safe's not as fun. That's not as fun.
It's not as fun.
It dispenses it automatically for you.
All
It's not
right,
as fun.
that's why.
Yeah. I don't like the way an ATM shape is, too. I would have to create a new shape. I don't like that in the house. I would have to create something different. I just
Probably
don't.
do like a little tabletop.
Yeah, something like that.
Tabletop ATM.
Yeah. I don't like the way it is. It's just be like an eyesore.
There are some smaller ones. I know that the CVS has a somewhat thin. It's not this big bulky ATM.
Yeah. All right. We'll work on it. We got a
I'll
couple
look it up,
things.
G-Man. I bet we could find you a table.
Get you all gold ATM or something like
we can
that.
find with all the G's all over it, everything you want.
I don't want it all gold. That's that's going to go with my place.
They do have tabletop, countertop ATMs, G-Man.
Oh, wow.
They do.
All right. Maybe we'll look into it.
I don't know how much money you can store in that sucker because they're tiny, but
I'm looking for like maybe 10.
it's not an eyesore.
That's it.
Yeah, if you got a bunch, just put hundreds in there, you should be fine.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
If that ATM just, comes up missing one day from your house, don't ask me.
Right? See, that's the thing with the countertop ATM is that somebody just pick it up, just go. The bigger ones are tougher to get, so you might need to get a bulky one.
Dom, so I don't worry about you stealing. You're an iHeart employee and also a friend. You would never take. If you need anything, you just ask. You don't have to take. You're not that kind of guy.
Nope.
But I think it'd be good for conversation piece, especially when some people come over.
No, I just like to see, my ATM's gone.
You call the police. Hello? I want to report a crime. My ATM is missing. It is the Greek. It is Francis. It is Dominic. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back in a few minutes with some fun facts about ATMs. I don't think so. Peace.
Because your pets are pretty lonely when you're gone. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Real Radio wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. We're hooking you up with $1,000 up to 13 times every weekday. Bet on every game, make some crazy parlays, buy some new jerseys, pay off some of that debt. Once you win the money, we don't care what you do with it. It's yours. Listen for the keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio. Red Zone Revenue is sponsored by Steinger, Green & Finer.
Insurance companies don't make it easy when you've been injured in a car accident. Steinger, Green & Finer, we fight hard so you win. Call us now.
800-561-1111. 800-561-1111.
Offices West Palm and Miami.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
We have major road work on Okeechobee Boulevard. This is headed east after Sansbury's Way. That right lane is blocked. Our expressway is moving along nicely. No major delays on the Turnpike or 95. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey, it's the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market. Whether it's prepared foods, meats, seafood, pizza, fruits and vegetables, catering for any occasion, cold cuts or bakery, Joseph is the answer. It's all under that roof, baby. 4 locations, West Palm Beach, Delray, Gardens, and Boca Raton. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin. Joseph's Classic Market is a proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron 2024. Peace.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, Matt.
Are you ready to tell the readers about the extra special episode we have coming up?
I think we have to let them in on our little surprise.
Yeah, if you haven't already figured it out, can't believe this, Mariah Carey will be joining us this week.
Wow.
Readers, publicists, Katie's, and finalists tune in to maybe the most unforgettable episode of Las Culturistas yet. Listen to Las Culturistas on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Las Culturistas and start listening.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach, and it's football season. College or pro, Monroe's is the place to go to watch the games. And on Monday night, you will not find a better place in Palm Beach County. Beautiful ladies and drink specials all night long. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach for football season. Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, it doesn't matter. Add a 5-star menu to Monroe's, and it's a perfect evening. If your team loses, you're still a winner because you got a beautiful girl next to you. Monroe's of Palm Beach. Peace.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio.
Bad habits lead to you. Yeah, they were all yellow.
Just search Coffee Shop Radio and listen now on your free iHeart app. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Breezy through the afternoon with a northeast wind between 15 to 25 miles per hour. A mix of sun and clouds into the late afternoon and early evening with temperatures in the upper 70s. Then partly cloudy, mild again tonight with overnight lows in the upper 60s and low 70s by Friday morning.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, every day is game day. Get an expert oil change from our team in about 15 minutes. We're quick, but never rushed. Drive into any of our locations today. No appointment needed. Visit VIOC.com for up to $15 off your next oil change.
Florida Talk Real Estate is your one-stop real estate shop. Whether you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, you're stuck with a home and you don't know what to do, look no further than FloridaTalkRealEstate.com. Listen every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. until 11, right here on Real Radio 92.1.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some red zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword money at realradio921.com. That's money. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Ooh, a little chilly mode out there, by the way. It's supposed to be a little brisk this evening, so you're planning to play golf at night. Wear a jacket or maybe a scarf. Ooh, maybe a Tito scarf. It's going to look like it's going to be a little cold. Dominic in the house.
Hello.
Francis is here.
What's up?
Dom, I know you're doing a lot of different things. When you get a chance, fix the TV.
Okay. I'll get right on it for you.
I know you got the remote. After all the years, we just found out because of Dominic that we could change the channels on the TV. It's crazy.
You had it the whole time.
I know, it's just crazy.
What you didn't know you could change the channels?
No, we can get all channels. It was before it was only like 3 or 4 that we can get.
Oh.
And now we can get them all. Once you use the remote.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before, we only could get 3 channels in here. That was it. That's all we were able to get. The TV worked, but only on certain channels.
Got it.
But now, Dominic was like, hey, you can get any channel you want. And on
So
Saturday,
you've always been able to, you just figured out how.
Yep.
Got it.
yeah, and on Saturdays, like we would watch certain games, we couldn't get the games and stuff like
Okay.
that because it was.
I never knew because I just figured you just always had it on ESPN.
No, I never, because I like ESPN. I never wanted to change it because I thought we couldn't get anything else. So I was like, all right, you know what I mean? It's like if you like fried chicken, you go to a restaurant. You don't want to go back to the restaurant because they might not have fried chicken.
Huh?
We got some fun facts.
What was that?
What?
I thought you'd go back for the fried chicken.
Yeah, that made no sense, but whatever. All right, today I will let you know these silly random holidays. We know it's October 17th, which is Forgiven X Day. Maybe if been holding a grudge, day of forgiveness for that ex.
Oh, that's nice.
It's also, let's see, Mulligan Day. It is Payback a Friend Day. Spirit Day.
I love this kid.
And
Spirit Day?
Spirit Day.
So does
And-
that mean for where you work or where your school? Like Spirit? Like have Spirit?
Yeah, we got the Spirit.
Oh, okay. I thought it meant maybe take a flight on Spirit Airlines.
And it is National Pasta Day.
Oh, banana.
Did you say banana? Right. So I'm going to give you some fun facts about pasta. Did you know there's over 600 shapes of pasta worldwide?
Ooh.
They say each designed to complement whatever sauce it's going to be on.
Nice.
Or
I
be
like-
in it. So
My favorite's bow tie, if you want to know.
Good to know. Not really.
According to this, and we don't know if there's any actual facts behind it, but they do say pasta was not invented in Italy. While pasta is a staple of Italian cuisine, many historians believe it was brought to Italy from China by Marco Polo in the 13th century.
Marco Polo.
Yeah,
He did
they
a
say
lot.
that he brought it back over to China, or from China to Italy.
So he brought pasta and the whole pool game. That's a lot.
They say pasta is actually healthier when cooked al dente. You're like, huh? Why? Cooking pasta al dente means firm to the bite. Not only gives it a better texture, but also is healthier. Al dente pasta has a lower glycemic index, meaning it releases energy more slowly and keeps you feeling full longer. We also have on here the longest pasta. The world record for the longest continuous strand of pasta was set in Japan in 2010, measuring, and I mean continuous, where the hell did they boil this sucker? Measuring a whopping 2.8 miles long.
Wow.
One continuous strand of pasta. That's insane.
That must make a lot to take that down.
We do know pasta in sports. Pasta is a favorite meal for athletes, especially marathon runners, due to its high carbohydrate content, which provides long-lasting energy. They call it carb loading. And I remember most marathons, especially if you go with a team, and I did with team in training in San Diego, before the race, they had a big pasta dinner with hundreds of people, and they serve you all pasta to carb load.
That's good to know. We got to remember that, Don, forever on the run.
On the run? It's not like
Let's sign up for a marathon.
forever on the run, like you guys are criminals.
I need some pasta. I'm on the run.
Italians eat a lot of pasta. Italians are the biggest consumers in the world, eating about 60 pounds of pasta per person each year.
Wow.
That's more than any other country.
60 pounds a year.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And they were all in good shape, too. Amazing.
They walk a lot.
Yeah.
Claim here. Pasta was once eaten with hands. Sounds very messy. Before the invention of the fork in the 16th century, people just ate it with their hands.
Well, if there's no fork, what are they going to use?
They said they would, or with a knife. I'm like, how do you do that? Just scoop it?
Yes. Well, you could around around the knife, and then throw it in your mouth.
Okay. All right. The one that you like, farfalle, bow tie.
Yeah.
It actually, even though it looks like bow tie, and they call it bow tie, that farfalle actually means butterflies.
Oh.
Yes, it's actually named after butterflies in Italian. That fluttery shape makes it perfect light for creamy sauces. So yeah, you're always thinking it's bow tie, but in fact, they're trying to make it look like butterfly wings.
I'm going to use that one night for dinner.
There you go.
Get a little tip.
Yeah.
Did you know?
Pasta cooking, I've heard this. In Italy, it is considered improper to break your pasta, long pasta, before cooking it. That is a huge no-no. You know, people like take it, put it in half, put it in the pot. Huge no-no. Italians just prefer to keep the pasta intact, twisting on the fork when eating instead of cutting it up. And then finally here, there is a pasta eating marathon, the longest pasta eating marathon. The record for the longest pasta eating marathon is held by an Italian man who ate pasta for 30 hours straight in 2017. They say he consumed an impressive 11 pounds of pasta during this attempt.
Mingada.
Oh, man, I bet you had to roll that guy after the fact. That sounds terrible.
I wouldn't be able to walk.
No, that's what I'm saying. Just roll him. You just roll, put him in a wheelbarrow. 30 hours straight, 11 pounds of pasta.
That's a lot of pasta.
That is insanity.
You know, it's funny, the break into the pasta, I remember my mother would never do that. And I went to one of my friend's house. It just, hit me in my head. And his mother would break the pasta. So I said to Jules, how come you don't break the pasta? Eric's mom does it. She's not a real Italian.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
I'm like, all right, calm down. Just
You're
ask.
not supposed to. And there you go for your pasta fun facts.
Great job, Francis. Who do we got, Dominic?
We have Matt on the phone.
Matt, how are you?
Hey, Penthouse.
What's up, Matt?
Couple things. Lance Armstrong, he credits his accountant with buying, at the time it was unknown, $100,000 worth of Uber. I think he got it when it was still an IPO.
Mm-hmm.
And he said financially that's what saved his family when, with all the fines and having to get back all the stuff that he had, in the doping scandal. Also, Mark Cuban has an ATM in his house. Devontae Adams has a Taco Bell.
What?
I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd rather have a Taco Bell in my house than an ATM.
It's a commercial, yeah.
But that's not true. He doesn't really have a Taco Bell in his house.
You know what? It says he does. I've seen it in a couple places. I've Googled it, and it said he does, but I don't know if it's actual functioning restaurant. But
okay, because I would say he's has a staff there and everything.
I don't know. But lastly, Greg, I've been listening for a long time. I think you can go ahead and give out your flavor idea. I think it's safe that you're not going to be the $1 million winner.
No faith in him, huh, Matt?
So you're saying you don't have any faith in me? That's fine if you don't, because it inspires me to be successful, because I've been dealing with that with management for 20 years, and every year I kick their ass. Because that's what motivates me, when people say you can't do it. But they can really be screwing me to make more money.
Matt, talk. What are you trying to say?
Matt's got his time. Go ahead, Matt.
And French bread a flavor, Anyhow.
Well, I get what you're saying, Matt.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, because you'd always say you eat like a bird, and you don't you have your certain things that you eat. You're a steak and bread, and you like pasta kind of guy. You don't venture far out from anything.
Because I like what I like.
Yeah, exactly. So I understand what Matt's saying.
But I think I know the chip you're going to make.
Stone crab?
Yes, stone crab.
No, they would never do it. It'd be too expensive for them to do it. But
they're not using actual real stone crabs. You just have to emulate the flavor of it.
I don't know. I don't know if everybody likes stone crabs. It seems like an acquired taste, and it could be because they're very expensive too.
All right. Do you want to tell us what the flavor profile would be? What
No,
your
you told me
chip
not
would?
to,
No, you can
sweetest.
go ahead. Go right ahead.
No,
I'm
'cause
submitting
then-
mine right now. Thank you so much. Somebody let me know that the site is up and going. So
No, I don't want to wait. I'll
They
wait.
probably heard you complaining.
what is it?
Shrimp and spinach.
I don't think that sounds great.
Yeah, no, I'm going to pass on that one.
Yeah, I'm good.
But you two don't make the decisions. Lay's does.
Yeah, but you wanted me to be in on it with you. I don't want to tie my name to that.
All right, don't.
Shrimp and spinach chip? That sounds terrible.
Have you ever had it?
No, have you?
Yeah, many times.
Oh, really?
I like shrimp. I like spinach. I don't think I want to eat in a potato chip. I'm sorry.
What was the one that won a couple years ago? It was like a real crazy
Taco won last time. Chicken and waffles won.
Chicken and waffles? Really?
Yeah.
All right.
What else won? There was a fried green tomato, pimento cheese one, and then there was a garlic bread and something cheesy garlic bread.
All right, Franny's not on my train.
You do it. You enter it. You do what you want. This is your idea. Listen, you could win $1 million. Who knows? We could be poo-pooing on your flavor, and they actually love it. So
Hey, they made fun of Disney.
Exactly.
7 record labels told the Beatles no talent.
Comparing shrimp and spinach to Beatles and Disney.
Michael Jordan got fired. It didn't make his high school team. I mean, things happen.
Okay.
Raquel Welch went on audition, and the director said, "I don't think you're pretty."
That's what I said. Go ahead, enter it. Do it. If you
He's not gonna.
If I know, if you believe in it, then you should enter that.
What is your flavor over there, Barracuda? What do you got? Schoon Jill on ice. What do you like?
I was thinking something like maybe an icy flavor.
Thai and ice.
Yep.
Oh, like something sweet, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That is weird.
That's different.
Mm-hmm. Or even like a popcorn
Ooh.
as a chip.
Popcorn as a chip. That's not bad.
Oh, there it goes. The idea's gone.
You're done. You're screwed. Everybody's thinking popcorn as a chip. There it is. People love popcorn, and they love chips. There you go. I mean, look at peanut butter Reese's, how that became. And there was 2 guys, scientists, walking down the hall, and a guy tripped. And he tripped, and he had his chocolate, and he stuck in his peanut butter. Next thing you know, you got Reese's. Just like that.
Just like it.
I mean, crazy things happen. If you got a flavor that you think would be great, you might want to tell us. Maybe you can text Franny, and she'll look at it, and she'll say either thumbs up or
So
thumbs
they
down.
actually, if you go on there too, they have ineligible flavors.
Okay.
So you can go on there, and I'm glad I did because these are ones that have already been submitted following past and present Lay's flavors, and one of the flavors on here is very similar to what I was looking at. So I'm not going to do it, but they have past finalists. Cappuccino was a finalist 2014. Cheddar bacon mac and cheese finalist. Ooh. Cheesy garlic bread winner, cheesy chicken and waffle winner. We have crispy taco winner. Everything bagel and cream cheese finalist. That could have been good.
Ooh.
Fried green tomato. Greektown Euro finalist. Mango salsa. New York Reuben was a finalist. Southern biscuits and gravy, I told you, was already one. So they have the ones that were finalists and also won, but then they also have a huge list of ones that were submitted, so you don't go ahead and double it up and waste your time. Yep, so you can look into that when you're on that dousaflavor.com.
All right, it's pretty cool. If you guys got a flavor and you think it's good, let us know. We'll be the judge of it. I had one, and Dominic and Franny poo-pooed on it. They said, ooh, that sucks.
Sorry, I just think I just heard chip. Not my cup of tea. I think it might be the spinach, because I've had shrimp chips before, and they're good. But this, I don't know.
I want you to be honest.
And I am.
I mean, you know, if it's not...
But doesn't mean you can't submit it.
That's right. All right, Jelly Roll is a guy who has really turned his life around. And I've been a little interested in the last couple of weeks, reading different stories about him. And obviously, he's with the NCAA on Saturdays. Said he wants to apologize to a couple of people he robbed when he was a teenager. He wants to find them and say, hey, I'm really sorry I robbed you. He needed money for weed. Dom, if Jerry Roll robbed you years ago and he came up and apologized, how would you respond to that?
You going to give me some more weed?
That's why I brought it up to you, because I knew it would be a story that you would love. No, he robbed them so he could buy weed. He didn't rob weed. So he robbed them and held them up, and he got money. So would you ask for the money back?
Yep.
You would say, give me the money back?
Interest.
Would you think, so you want more money than he robbed you because now he's famous?
No, just because, money's worth more now.
All right, so if he robbed you for $100, what do you think he should give you today? 1,000?
Yep.
All right. And you wouldn't have a hard time saying that?
Yeah.
Do you think he should give you any more than that because he's a big star now?
Nope. He won't feel it.
All right. Well, you can say to him, you know what? Every time I see the word jelly, I get nervous because you robbed me.
And
Give me 100,000. Freddie, how about you? If he robbed you years ago and came up to you and said, hey, I'm really sorry and I want to give you the money back, how would you handle that?
That's okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's really nice of you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's years ago, and the guy's very intimidating. I'm not gonna step up to him, big dude. If he gives me back the money, I'll be grateful.
Oh my God. He said he wants to reach out to the people. He's looking into them, and he wants to tell them that he's sorry. I mean, I think that's very nice that he wants to do that. Obviously,
it's just how hard is it going to be to find that person?
I guess the names he has because it was in his court cases.
Okay.
So he did get busted for it.
Yeah, so he went to jail for it. So I guess he could look it up and, say, hey, I'm sorry years later. It'd be nice if he gave him like a fat check and said, hey, you know what? I made it big now and I'm sorry I robbed you and everything like that. At least he's shown that he made mistakes, obviously. I mean, for a long, long time, I don't know how many years he was in jail. But I thought it was interesting. You don't hear too many people say that, who rob people or do things like, hey, I want to go back to the victims and I want to sit there and say that I am sorry. Michael Jordan bought a new jet, $70 million. I don't know if you saw the picture of this thing. Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, that's pretty fly.
Who did? I'm sorry?
Michael Jordan. $70 million. He just sold his house in Chicago that was for sale for like 20 years that nobody would buy. And he's got on the side 23-6. That's his license plate. And there's another couple letters, but the 23 is for his number. The 6 is for his titles. But that jet is unbelievable. I mean, woof.
It's wrapped like one of his shoes, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is. It's like the black. And
It's the elephant print.
Yeah.
Did you see what was going on with the judge that helped? Excuse me, that was on the case with his dad, the dad's murder case.
You want to let him go, right?
So, the judge from the trial involving Michael Jordan's father, James Jordan, said that he has been haunted by the verdict for nearly 30 years and has asked for the convicted killer to be released. So, if you don't remember the story, Michael Jordan's dad was murdered on the side of a highway in North Carolina in 93 as he was sleeping in his car in the passenger seat. So, they said that Daniel Green was convicted in 96 and sentenced to life in prison by Judge Gregory Weeks. And they say after his co-defendant, Larry Demiri, testified as a witness for the prosecution, that Green pulled the trigger. Well, he's looking back at it, and in this stunning development, the judge who was on that case petitioned North Carolina's parole commission for Green's release. They believe that he thinks that they got the wrong guy.
That was a very weird story. For years and years and years, people said there was more to that, and that kid was a fall guy.
They said, the key part of the judge's concern was the verdict. With the verdict was that an analyst who testified in the case did not disclose that blood tests from the vehicle came back inconclusive or negative, right? They say Green, who was 18 at the time of the slaying, told the outlet that Demiri, his childhood friend and co-defendant, told him he was leaving a cookout they were at to go make a drug deal. When Demiri returned, Green claimed he asked Green for help disposing of a body. So his claim was like it wasn't him, it was his buddy.
Yeah.
They said Jordan's body was ultimately found South Carolina, about 60 miles from his abandoned vehicle.
Yeah.
He admitted to assisting Demiri in dumping the body, but has denied involvement in the murder. So prosecutors at the time believe that Jordan's killing was a result of a robbery that went wrong. And so the judge is like, every day I live with remorse and the pain and the suffering caused by my youthful decision and stuff like that. And so I'm sorry, that was Green saying that. I regret my harm, my actions inflicted on his family, but still claims to this day he was not the one who pulled the trigger. And the judge says that it's been haunting him ever since. And he thinks now, here we are 30-something years later, that
new evidence,
technology, the things that are today, that he thinks that if they were to bring this to trial again, that they would find him not guilty of it.
Yeah, from day one, people didn't really buy into the story. They thought there was a lot of things behind the story. There was a lot of allegations out there about Michael Jordan with different groups and people.
And his, gambling stuff.
Yeah, it was always out there. And, as soon as they caught this kid, that was it. It was done. But people always thought that there was more to the story. Nobody knows the truth. Obviously, for this kid, if he's not the person, that's a terrible thing. But, yeah, it was
to
just.
spend that much.
Sure.
And unfortunately, it does happen. There's probably a lot of innocent people in jail right now. This guy's 30-something years in prison at 18.
But again, like I said, from the beginning, people did not believe it, that he was on the side of the road sleeping, and that's what ended up happening. You never know.
So they are. Parole officials are going to deliberate for weeks or maybe longer, but they may decide on his release sometime in the near future.
Yeah, it's a crazy story. It was very sad when it happened, obviously, and it took the world by storm. Obviously, it was years ago. It's not the same today with social media and everything, but it was Michael Jordan. Everybody knew. And then after that, he went back to basketball, and he won a couple more titles. But, it was a very when you heard the story, just like his dad was on the side of the road sleeping, and then he disappeared. They couldn't find him. And then, obviously, they found his body a while in a far distance, like you said in the story. But, it was always one of those things where people had, like, all these theories and different things. And, the allegations, like you said, Don, with him gambling and different things and golf. I don't know. Just like the gambling things, I always thought, Michael Jordan had so much money, it wouldn't matter. But again, you could cross the wrong person and not want to pay, and that's what ends up having a problem.
Or cost someone money, too. Like to say he he was supposed to lose something for someone or something like that, you know, or win.
Yeah, you just don't know. Nobody knows really the truth. But it was a story from the very beginning that everybody wasn't really sold on and said, hey, what's going on with this? There's more to this. But it went away just like that. And that's what happens with a lot of stories, you know, because people are very powerful and they got a lot of connections. I'm not saying this one, but other ones where some stories just evaporate. They're gone. You're like, what the hell happened? And then it's just gone. Like that one guy out in San Francisco, the Cash App guy who got killed in the middle of the night. That's like a weird story of things going on in the background and who did this and did this. And I think the guy was just walking down the street and he got whacked. Like it's just something that doesn't happen every day. You know, when you hear these stories, you know, and a lot of times people say, well, it was a robbery. He was in a bad section of San Francisco and all that. But that's a story that's just going to trial now. I've been reading about it. It's a lot of turns and different things where you're like, what the hell's going on? And it seems like there's more to that. There's more to this, that being the Penthouse on a Thursday. I got some football and baseball tonight. We're going to come back with a trifecta and so much more. Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
Big numbers without power. In fact, you guys are both very, very lucky looking at these numbers that you're not amongst these
I am
folks.
blown away.
It's about 1 out of 4 people right now that are without power.
Oh, same with HPV.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
We have construction delays 95 north. This is at Gateway Boulevard. Right lane is blocked. Turnpike looks good. Our drive times are up to speed. Make sure you slow down for bicycles on your commute. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Hey, it's Franny. Want to sell your car, truck, SUV, or even a classic collectible? Go to GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer. Whether it's your daily driver or a supercar, they'll buy it and they'll beat any CarMax offer or give you $100. Skip the tire kickers and dealer headaches. Just enter your VIN or license plate at GiveMeTheVin.com and you'll get your offer in minutes. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Sell your car for more at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hi there, I'm Mia. I'm Air.
Your air?
Yeah, I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach, and it's football season. College or pro, Monroe's is the place to go to watch the games. And on Monday night, you will not find a better place in Palm Beach County. Beautiful ladies and drink specials all night long. It's Monroe's on Palm Beach for football season. Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, it doesn't matter. Add a 5-star menu to Monroe's, and it's a perfect evening. If your team loses, you're still a winner because you got a beautiful girl next to you. Monroe's in Palm Beach. Peace.
Hey guys, not sure you heard the big news. Newsmax just filed to go public. Newsmax is big, and they give you the real news. Even Reuters Institute says Newsmax is now one of the top U.S. brands, and President Trump says Newsmax is terrific. So get more info on Newsmax's planned IPO. You may even be eligible to buy preferred shares in Newsmax now before any IPO. Find out more. Go to newsmaxinvest.com. That's newsmaxinvest.com. Forbes says Newsmax is a news powerhouse. You can become a co-owner today. Go to newsmaxinvest.com and make sure you consult with your attorney or financial advisor. Investors are responsible for conducting their own due diligence for any investment and for tax and other risks and obligations. Check out newsmaxinvest.com now.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, Matt.
Are you ready to tell the readers about the extra special episode we have coming up?
I think we have to let them in on our little surprise.
Yeah, if you haven't already figured it out, can't believe this, Mariah Carey will be joining us this week.
Wow.
Readers, publicists, Katie's, and finalists tune in to maybe the most unforgettable episode of Las Culturistas yet. Listen to Las Culturistas on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Las Culturistas and start listening.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
October Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Boost your online security with Norton 360. As PC Mac's most awarded security brand, Norton blocked over 219 million threats last year. Stay ahead of cyber threats with Norton 360. Get up to 58% off at norton.com/secure.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Breezy through the afternoon with a northeast wind between 15 to 25 miles per hour. A mix of sun and clouds into the late afternoon and early evening with temperatures in the upper 70s. Then partly cloudy, mild again tonight with overnight lows in the upper 60s and low 70s by Friday morning.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
This season, get premium tech that inspires joy. The XPS 16 from Dell Technologies with Intel Core Ultra processors help unlock AI possibilities. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio,
It's true, my bad habits lead to you.
acoustic rock, and the greatest singer-songwriters of the 90s to now.
All night, come on, dance with me. I'm levitating.
And Coffee Shop Radio goes commercial-free every weekend.
That was when I ruled the world.
Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Coffee Shop Radio, and listen now.
iHeartRadio.
Free never sounded so good.
The Greek Trifecta is sponsored by the Crazy Horse Saloon.
News Junkie is sponsored by FAMU's Mary. Educate, learn, talk.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Thursday. Hope you guys are having a good day and everything's working out for you. If not, take out some Windex and wipe it down and start over. That's what you can do. You got a keyword, 13 chance today from our boy Rover, which I hope you listen to his show in the morning. And keep it on Real Radio because the entertainment starts at 10 o'clock. And that is The Penthouse. Speaking of The Penthouse, we'll be live tomorrow at the Crazy Horse. Stop by 4240 North Lake Boulevard, Greek Gridiron, and we'll be there. Last week I was 6-1. So, somebody lit a fire under my ass. Woohoo. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Of course, Francis is here.
What's up?
And it is time for a Greek's Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
It's official. Tom Brady's an owner, and a lot of problems with Fox right now. They are talking executives are wondering if they made a bad decision. Are they going to change his role? Are they going to pay him the same amount of money? Because Tom Brady right now cannot go to any facility in the NFL. He cannot go to any meetings about any of the games that he's going to broadcast, and he cannot really be opinionated with referees. So there's a big change in all that. There also is a rumor, which would be like any given Sunday, that Tom Brady's going to try to get Belichick to coach the Raiders. That's out there. Wow. Like people said, these two don't like each other. That'd be pretty rare where they say, okay, but Brady knows who probably the best coach is to turn the team around and beat the Raiders. I don't think he would do it. Belichick does not seem like a Vegas guy to me at all. He likes the East Coast, and the Raiders aren't good. And he's coming back to coach, and he wants to win. I see him on the East Coast with maybe the Jets or the Giants or Philly, but I don't see him going to Vegas.
Did you see the interview with Mark Davis when he made a comment that he traded Devontae Adams for Tom Brady?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it was just a little quick comment he made, but it was pretty funny because it kind of sounds true.
Yeah. Again, Adams was not happy for a long time. He didn't like, he went there because of Derek Carr. They played to college together at Fresno State, and then Derek Carr got traded. So he felt from that time on, like, you guys diss me. I went there for him, and that's why I went, and you sort of used him to get me there as a pawn, and then you trade him. So
Yep.
I think that's where that relationship started to sour. And obviously the Raiders are not a good team. That adds to it, too. Yankees play today at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. So if you got to leave work early, start faking now like you're sick. Dom, let me hear your fake cough. There it is.
That's not bad.
Not bad, not bad. Maybe put a little, a hot towel on your head. Say, I feel a little warm, something like that. I just took my temperature. It's 106, something like
I thought you
that.
were making a call, though.
What?
Huh?
What?
What? I thought he was making a call. Sorry.
No, he was taking his temperature or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, how are they going to feel your forehead?
Your boss, you said your head. My head feels warm. Why don't you feel it?
Oh, okay.
And then he
I
touches
thought you
the-
said you were calling your boss to call in sick.
Whatever.
And then you're like, put a hot towel, make your head warm. I'm like, who's going to be there to touch it?
Oh, maybe a Zoom call. You can show him. You'll look
You're like, here, virtually touch my forehead.
Yeah, I don't look good. I don't look
You should
good.
see it. It's
Yeah.
hot. You should feel it. It's hot.
Oh, yeah. I don't want you to come near me. I feel so hot. And if you go out and watch the Yankee game, don't put it on social media. That's something people do. It kills me. They call and work sick, and then, they're out and about. Even the Giants receiver a couple of weeks ago, he went to a big concert, and he was out for concussion. And a lot of fans and people were like, what's he doing out at a concert? It's supposed to be, whatever. But people didn't think it was wrong. I know.
How did they understand that? Because, he's out because the NFL's like, you can't play because of a concussion, but he can't still go and enjoy life?
I didn't say that. I just said what people said. People thought it was wrong that he was at a concert.
crazy.
Dom, did you read the story?
No.
Yeah, they were talking about him. That
You
he was
should be in bed. Like,
Yeah.
no, like, let him live his life just because he can't play.
Are you the owner of the Giants?
Oh.
I'm saying that's what some people said. So when
She's
you're
the owner of the Falcons.
That's
yeah,
right,
and
yeah.
the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
And,
Georgia Tech.
and the Hawks.
She's got
Not
a piece.
Tech.
Oh,
Georgia
no?
Tech.
No,
No.
okay.
Great, come on.
sorry.
She's better than that.
Hello.
Sorry. Anyway, if you're going to call in sick, don't put stuff on social media. We've told this story many times before, but maybe just start listening to the show. We had a girl we worked with, and she went to a Heat game, and she was on a video for dancing.
You said we work with, who was it? I don't know who this is. You never said the name?
I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to say to somebody's
Okay,
name.
because I've heard this story, and I don't know if I know who this person is.
Yeah, and she got caught.
Do I know who this person is?
I don't know if you know her.
Okay.
She's friends with a girl that we're both friends with.
Okay.
But I don't know if you know her.
Got it.
But again, if you're going to be out, don't do stuff. Don't be in any pictures. Don't be doing anything because then your boss could see it and then you're screwed. So just be careful.
Don't be on the camera at the Heat game.
Jumbotron.
Yeah. Yankees 5 o'clock today, and then the Mets. There's a football game, Saints in Denver. If you're a diehard fan, you'll watch this game because this game's going to be like watching paint dry. It's going to be brutal. It'll be like
it's football, so people will still
no,
watch
they will.
it.
They'll bet on it too.
Yeah.
It'll be like getting invited for Thanksgiving dinner on Friday.
On Amazon Prime, though, right?
That's right.
Yes.
So they lose to me. I'm like, I can't afford that, so I'm not watching it. There's no way.
Yeah, okay.
I can't. Yankees.
You have Amazon Prime, don't you?
I just don't know how to use it.
Yeah, I was like, we know you can afford it.
Gotta go on the app.
It's difficult.
A lot of these TVs these days already have the app set up. You just gotta log in.
I know, but that's a lot of work.
Oh, so much.
Get that blonde to come over again and help you.
Yeah, the one with the blinds.
I don't want to ask her to come over and fix my TV. That would really sound like I'm challenging.
What else is new?
Exactly, and you're not.
You gotta reel them in before
I know,
now.
but I'm sure you have a lovely lady out there, not the blonde, but somebody that can help you figure out how to turn on your TV or Amazon.
Yeah, if it was a big game, yeah. But it's Thursday night. I'm gonna bang around.
You're never home anyways.
Yeah, I'm not home. When am I ever home? I'm not gonna go out. I mean, and that's it. And
a nice new place, and you're never there, huh?
No.
You're gonna have a housewarming party and invite Tom and I. Yeah,
I've been there already.
Yeah, I haven't been to the new place.
Yeah, you've been there.
Yeah, yeah.
You give it thumbs up?
Yeah, for sure. Nice little spot.
All right.
It's cute. It's only 200 feet.
Okay, I don't believe that. No.
No.
Nobody.
It's bigger than his last place.
Nobody believes that.
It's a little bit bigger, but I'm never home. I mean, that's the whole thing. I'm not there. That's why
you don't plan on having a housewarming. That's not your kind of thing. Having people over to check out your new place.
There's only a few things in the house, Ferdy.
So nothing to be warmed.
No, it's packed now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's done now. When you came, there was nothing there. I was only there about a week. So I finished it. Nah, like my friends and stuff to come over? Nah, not really.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what Strike Cigar Lounge is for.
I guess.
Yeah, hang out. My friend, I really don't want to see them socially. I mean, they're really not friends. They're acquaintances.
But you do see them socially.
Well, they're acquaintances.
Got it.
You got it.
You just don't want them at your house.
Of course.
Okay.
Then they start taking stuff,
Got it.
asking questions.
Bringing pizza.
Oh, my God.
Well, that's what you want, right? Is for them to bring pizza.
Yeah, I want them to bring a pizza. Greek Trifecta, by the way, is sponsored by Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Peace.
47142 started off with Real Radio. Popcorn chips are already a thing. Somebody says popcorners. I have seen these. They said, let's see, how about cat food and Caro syrup? Just a thought, Al. I think that sounds disgusting, but you know what? To each his own. Let's see.
Cat food
and Caro syrup. And then somebody said with Michael Jordan's dad, or excuse me, who got the guy, what's the last name? Green.
Yeah.
That's been spending 30 plus years in prison for murder, life sentence. They said he still was an accessory of covering up the murder. And which do you understand? He still would have had jail time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's what he said. He still would have gone to jail, just not for life.
Yeah.
And then Lay's chip flavor, Franny's feet.
Oh.
Chips in the shape of little 5.5 size feet. 47142 started off with Real Radio. We're talking because Lay's has they're back doing their contest that Do Us a Flavor, where you can submit a flavor, up to 10 flavors a day, and you win $1 million if they pick your flavor.
Now, I also saw those brothers Menendez. They're trying to get out.
They are?
Yeah, after all these years. And
it's been ever
killing
since
their parents, right?
Yeah, but it's been ever since that Netflix series came out that it's just been brought up to the surface once again. And even their mom's sister, their aunt, believes that they should be freed. And their mom was brutally murdered along with the dad. And the dad was the one that they said that sexually abused them as children.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the relatives are saying that they deserve another chance. Celebrities behind it. We know that Kim Kardashian put out a tweet. Rosie O'Donnell has been behind them for years and years and years. From the get-go, she was involved with it. But now, once again, she's going to be, because I think that they're speaking in court or they're doing something, she'll be part of it. So,
how come you just, if you're in a situation like that, they could have just left. Do you really have to murder somebody? I mean, that's pretty deep. And their parents...
I don't I don't condone murder whatsoever. I don't know what's going. There have been people, if this is true, who have been so abused, whether it's sexually or physically or whether it just messes with your mind, and that's all you want is revenge and payback. They hurt you so much you want to hurt them.
I get that.
Thank God none of us, I hope not, have been through that or ever will. And that's what you're not in the right state of mind mentally when you do something like that, if this is the case.
Yeah, it's just a messy case. It's just a sin. I mean, the whole thing is a sin. The way it happened, what they did.
Well, and that's the thing. Besides
how they commit the murders.
After the brutal murders with shotguns that they did, I think what made it look bad is in that they were going living this lavish lifestyle.
Porsches, Rolexes. I mean, if they took off and you never heard from them again, it might be a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But they got caught because of their lifestyle.
But even so, their dad, Jose Menendez, is the one that they said they suffered the abuse from in the hands of. And if you read a little bit more about it, so he worked for RCA. The dad, I mean, he just big time, was in a lot of stuff, clearly had a lot of money. But there's been other allegations that have come out from artists, including a young gentleman or two from Menudo. Remember the band Menudo when they were kids, saying the same thing, that he did sexually abuse them too. So there's other evidence to say that Jose Menendez was that kind of guy. But as you mentioned, is murder the answer? And
my dad knew him.
Man, this is 1989 that this happened. So
yeah,
we'll see what I'm curious to see if there's another.
It was a very
trial for them
sad
if they
case.
release. I'm just curious.
Like everything else, it's back in the headlines, and a lot of articles I've read and people have said it did kick up when Netflix did the special because a lot of people obviously forgot about it or didn't remember it correctly. And it happens a lot, like when they do shows about Manson, when he comes up, then people are like, what's this about? And they get inquiry, with anything. JFK, when he got assassinated, shows come up and people look into it. And, new generation like yourself, Dom, and everything else. I don't know if they're going to get out. I don't know. I mean, the one thing on their side is that the family is there for them because you would think the family might be against them.
Even and the aunt, that's actually the mom's sister, not the dad. And the mom did not lay her hands on him. But I think that their mentality was she allowed it to happen.
Yeah.
But there's another letter that they're saying new evidence has come to light, and one is to one that Eric wrote to his cousin Andy, and they have that right now, and it's expressing how he said, I've been trying to avoid Dad. It's still happening, Andy, but it's worse for me now. I never know when it's going to happen, and it's driving me crazy. Every night I stay up thinking he might come in. So this is a new letter that they have, and it's dealing with
terrible.
the abuse. So, yeah. I don't.
It's a mess.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Will these guys get out of jail?
I don't know. I don't think so. I just don't. I just think it's just such a mess. And like you said, things happen in everybody's lives in a lot of different ways. And this is it's sad. But the conclusion was sadder than anything else. 877-927-6969. If you got a flavor for a chip that you think might be able to bring you $1 million, let us know about it.
Or you can call that number if you want to win a prize, 877-927-6969. It is that time for us to open up the phone lines. That is 877-927-6969. We got a pair of tickets to see Disturbed for The Sickness 25th anniversary tour. That's happening Friday, April 18th, Amerant Bank Arena. Special guest, Daughtry, nothing more. This is a win-in before you can even buy them because tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. So give us a call. We're going to play Who's Most Likely To. Throw Dom in the mix. I'll give you a scenario. Who's most likely to? Do you think it's Dom, Greek, or Franny? We place our votes here in the studio, and then you just have to guess who we picked. That's it. Easy as that. And then you'll be on your way with a pair of tickets to go see Disturbed.
877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Disturbed tickets. Pick up the phone. Dom will get you on. We'll get the contest going. And your Thursday will just become a little better. Just like that for picking up your telephone. You'll get tickets to Disturbed, which is going to be a great show, and we will make it happen for you. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. I think we have somebody on hold, and Dom's getting through it. Yankees today at 5 o'clock, and then the Mets playing the Dodgers tonight. I believe that's about 8 or 8:30. So you got some baseball if you are interested in the Mets or Yankees. I know we got a lot of Met and Yankee fans down here in the area. And then you got a football game. You got Denver and the Saints.
We have Mike on the phone.
Hey, Mike. How are you?
What's up, guys?
How are you today, Mike?
I'm doing well on this Thursday.
That's good to hear. Do you know how this game works?
I do.
All right. Franny's going to give it to you. Give us a second to vote, and then hopefully you can Benihana on it and get some tickets. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right.
All right, Mike, let's get this done. Hopefully you've had some time to get to learn Dom, but also think about who we would vote for here in the Penthouse. It's majority rules. And then I'm going to ask you the question. Just give us a moment, and I'll cue you up for your answer. So, out of Greek, Dom, or myself, Franny, who is most likely to win at a beer pong tournament?
I'm going Franny.
All right. No, I thought Dom did vote for me. He did.
Oh, did?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you voted for me. I voted for Dom. So.
Oh, I thought you voted
I
for
can't vote for myself, so I'm going to vote for
you're
Franny.
allowed to vote
You're
for
allowed to vote for yourself, but he did vote for me at the end. So you are correct, Mike. Majority rules. I voted for Dom, but G and Dom voted for me. So congratulations.
Ding, ding, ding. You nailed it, bitch.
That was a little confusing in the beginning, but ultimately both fingers were on me.
Yep. What?
That's why I paused. Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
You two stay on the line. Dom's going to get your info.
Oh, man. I don't know if there's any coming back from that. Hey,
I said on me.
I know what you said.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah, I heard
Don't
you.
misconstrue anything.
I heard you.
All right, good.
877-927-6969. That is the number to call. Would you want an ATM in your house with somebody else's money? Yeah, I think everybody would answer yes to that without a doubt. That's on the table today. Let us know what you think. You could also bring up anything you want to Francis, Dominic, or myself. Anything that's on your mind or a subject. We touched on a lot of different things. We always do every single day. We move it around very quickly here. It's like a blackjack table. Dom, do you play blackjack?
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you like when there's more people or less? I think I asked you this.
Yeah. Like I said, I like more, but I also like when they're team players.
Team players?
Yeah, like so you got to have the right people at, especially the last spot at the table. If that guy keeps hitting and he takes the cards that the dealer should get, that's going to ruin your whole table.
Have you ever played partners with somebody? Like you both sit down and you split it at the end?
No.
No?
Nope.
All right.
I don't know. Why would I need a partner?
Because if you're losing, you got a partner who might be winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's, the best partner is no partner. I mean, that's just the bottom line in everything in life. I know a couple of guys who do that. They go down, they play together, and they split it at the end. But, again, blackjack, you could go on a nice roll. You're not going to be Dana White, but you could go on a nice roll. I mean, every day on social media, he's got a new story about gambling. And, I mean, winning big, which is crazy. And what is his goal? He wants to play $1 million a hand, right?
Yep.
It's what he says. He wants to play $1 million a hand, and so far, no casino has let him do it.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't say how much he wants to play. He says $1 million a hand, like how many hands or time. That's the one thing.
He usually does like 3 or 4 hands. If he could win $1 million in 3 or 4 hands, he'll do it in his sleeve.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
He's not there playing for 6 hours straight,
No. And you know what? Based on his personality, the way I seen him, I couldn't see him, sitting there 6-7 hours. He's so busy, first of all. He's got a million things. I can't see him like on a Thursday night just like, pull over to Caesars and be there 10 hours. Because there are a lot of people. Like, I've been at the casino many times and noticed people and then see them in the morning, and I'm like, oh, my God, like, did they stay all night? And they did.
Yeah, his new things, like I said, is the Baccarat, but he's been actually just going there and watching people, not even playing to learn it in the beginning.
Yeah, we used to work with a guy for a long time, and he would play 6-7 hours on our Vegas trips. I mean, straight. Go get something to eat, take a shower, and go back down for
I know. So I mean, people can do that all the time. I know, my buddy Nate. Same thing. I've been to Vegas with him a handful of times, and we will go do our own thing, go to dinner, go to a nightclub. And he's like, bye, and he'll sit at the blackjack tables for hours.
I know, it's amazing.
Hours.
I couldn't.
I think I did 6 or 7 hours straight in my Las Vegas trip.
That's a lot.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, that's only
with a few smoke breaks in there, but yeah.
Still, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I think the most I've ever been at a roulette table, I'm going to guess 14, 15 minutes, if that.
I think I sat down probably around 11 p.m. and I got up and it was sun up. So
really?
Yep.
Wow, that's a long session. Did you win or lose?
I came out even, especially with all the drinks after I had.
Oh, so you stayed. You were in there 7 hours.
Yeah.
That's a long time. Oh, my God. You woke up and it was sunlight and no females involved. That's amazing. I give you credit there, buddy. And no cash. Just sit there. What casino was that?
That one was at the Paris.
So where did you get into your whole little gambling thing where you like to gamble? Was that down here or when you would go out to Vegas?
Just because I was out in Vegas.
So that's when you picked up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. You're fitting well. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Thursday. I hope you guys are having a good day. We just gave away Disturbed tickets. Every day we got a giveaway for you guys. Don't forget, you got a keyword coming at you with Rover. Your chance to win $1,000. Who doesn't want $1,000? Come on, let's do this as a team. We had one winner. We want another one. We'll be back in a few minutes with Florida stories and a lot more. Peace.
Because you shouldn't have to get up off the couch. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers are back.
Markov looks around, but they score! They score! It was Ted Palm!
They've savored the taste of victory, but a new season is starting, and they're hungry for more.
Shot, he scores! Gus Borsley beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back, and they're on the hunt for another championship.
Markov put right on a shot, and he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Construction slowing us down on 95 North at Gateway Boulevard. Right lane is blocked. Expect delays. No major incidents on the turnpike. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Any size soft drinks for $1. Wendy's has any size a la carte $1 soft drinks. Coke, Sprite, strawberry Fanta, whatever you want. Any size soft drink for $1, gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
Hey, it's Franny. Want to sell your car, truck, SUV, or even a classic collectible? Go to GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer. Whether it's your daily driver or a supercar, they'll buy it and they'll beat any CarMax offer or give you $100. Skip the tire kickers and dealer headaches. Just enter your VIN or license plate at GiveMeTheVin.com and you'll get your offer in minutes. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Sell your car for more at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Come on out to Big Shots this Sunday for our next Miller Lite Pro Football watch party of the season as Miami takes on Indianapolis. Great food and drink specials, including $2.50 Miller Lite drafts during all televised pro football games all season long. Plenty of Real Radio swag and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Miami game. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Big Shots Golf, Vero Beach, 3456 US 1 in Vero. See you there.
The only thing worse than hiring no law firm after your injury is hiring the wrong law firm. And there are so many of them. When thousands of people call us every year asking to help them change law firms and hire us instead, I wonder why they ever called the other firm in the first place. They were smart to switch before it was too late. You only get one day in court. You know who has the resources and results to fight to handle your claim. And the big insurance company on the other side, they know it too. They know us well. You have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to walk away. Walk our way. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home. We are big for a reason, which is why we've recovered over $9 billion for our clients. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Breezy through the afternoon with a northeast wind between 15 to 25 miles per hour. A mix of sun and clouds into the late afternoon and early evening with temperatures in the upper 70s. Then partly cloudy, mild again tonight with overnight lows in the upper 60s and low 70s by Friday morning.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Blindster is a family-run business that began in 2010, and we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters and received over 100,000 five-star reviews. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you bbeen in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword BANK at realradio921.com. That's BANK. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Thursday. Hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying yourselves, whatever you're doing. Maybe you're working, maybe you're playing, maybe you're bebopping around, maybe you're playing Twister. Whatever you're doing, I hope it's working out for you. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Of course, Francis is here.
What's going on?
And it is time for some Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Alrighty. Well, let's start. I'll leave the bad one for the very end, just in case you, as G-Man mentioned, he got kind of a little queasy when we're talking about this. So I'll leave it till the end. Maybe we're done with lunch. But we're going to start with a murder for hire situation.
Dun, dun, dun.
There is a South Florida man, in fact, 92 One World, Boynton Beach, who thought he was hiring a hitman, but instead unknowingly paid for an undercover agent. So it was $5,000 total to kill who he wanted killed. He gave him $2,500 up front, and then he was going to pay him $2,500 once the job was done, but he had to have photos to prove that it was done. His name is Makram, 58 years old, and the guy he wanted to kill was somebody he said used to be a business partner of his, and he said this guy stole over $1 million from him and his business, which was valued at $3 million. So this Makram guy admitted that he met with an undercover agent. This was past February, and he told the agent he didn't care how the intended target was killed. Just get the job done.
That's your problem.
During the first meeting, they said, whatever his name is, said he was in the streets with his family because the person had stolen that $1 million from him. The business was $3 million. And the plea agreement document said he told the agent to do whatever had to be done. He met with the agent again in March in Plantation, where he paid that first half of the promised $5,000 and provided the target's name, car detail, and his work schedule. And of course, he said, I'll pay the second half once it's done. The undercover agent emphasized multiple times. He was like, hey, because, maybe he wouldn't go to jail. He was like, are you sure you want to do this? Once it's done, it can't be undone. And homeboy responded, well, no S.
Did they say homeboy?
No. He also said, who did in the news? He also says, the Sun Sentinel reported. He also said that he was willing to do it himself. Well, if you are, then why are you spending $5,000?
Save your own money.
And told the agent to stop asking questions. Well, he did plead guilty this past Tuesday. Federal court, Fort Lauderdale, now is facing up to 10 years in prison. Then next up, in your Florida, it was something that happened, a little road rage incident. It turned into a dude threatening to shoot some linemen in Hillsborough County. So a bunch of linemen were working to restore power in Thanatasasa, Florida. And they weren't warmly received by a lot of people, but including this guy. So according to the sheriff's office, there was a traffic delay. And they said because the guys, they were there, power line crews were working on repairs. So Kenneth Ray Velasco grew very impatient, and he decided to back his vehicle into the utility pole and fence, causing about $1,000 in damages before trying to drive away. I can only assume that there's damages to his car, too, unless his car's a POS and he doesn't care.
I mean, I don't understand these people when they do that.
Yeah.
It's not going to get your stuff done.
No.
Nope.
The power line crew tried to stop him from leaving, but he was repeatedly threatening to shoot them when they were trying to stop him from leaving. Then he decided to rev up his engine and drive his car towards the lineman, who had to jump out of the way of the vehicle from being struck. They said, of course, with a bunch of calling the cops and stuff like that, he was caught nearby, and deputies did arrest him. Now, they do want you to let you know, and I agree with this, not just with this situation, just in general. Just be patient. Linemen have been working tirelessly to restore power after the storm. For this person to threaten their lives and deliberately endanger them all because of a traffic delay shows a disturbing lack of regard for the safety and others and the critical work that's being done. Then finally here, Greek's favorite story of the day.
Oh, God.
There's like a ranch hand, a stable dude. This guy has been accused of attacking a couple people. This happened in Palm Beach County. 911 call was made by a woman. The reason why, when deputies arrived to the scene, they found a man and a woman inside a horse stable. And they were locked in because they were afraid of this guy. And they had some pretty severe injuries. The two victims were transported to the St. Mary's Medical Center to receive medical attention. So the woman said this is what happened. So she owns these stables, these horse stables, and a lot of people board their horses there. So she hired this guy, his name is Abundio, 56, about a month ago as a horse groomsman and allowed him to live on an RV on her property. So she continued to tell detectives that Abundio had several arguments because he was always drunk and he would get aggressive when she asked him to fulfill his responsibilities, his jobs that she's paying for, and he lives on her property. So she said he would be drunk and aggressive, and then this is when things got crazy. So she noticed that he didn't finish his nightly check-in on the stables on this past Tuesday night. So she got another one of the tenants, a guy, to go with her to go check on this Abundio guy because she knew sometimes he can be aggressive. Like if you're aggressive, that's when the guy should have been fired, right?
Get rid of him.
If you're threatened and feel like that you have to have somebody to go with you, and you're living on my property. So they opened the door to his RV, and they said he was very intoxicated, and he started shining a flashlight in both of their eyes. So the woman and man were like, all right, we don't want to deal with him. Let's go complete the nightly check on the horses on ourselves. Let's try to diffuse the situation, walk away from him. That's when they said when they were completing the nightly check that Bonio came out of nowhere with a machete that he had hidden in his waistband, and he just starts just flailing with it, trying to strike the owner. So the guy who was with the female owner attempted to defuse the situation, stepping in between them, and that's when he struck the guy with the machete. The man told deputies that then he saw him strike the woman in the face, severing her nose completely off of her face and causing her to fall to the ground. Report stated, I know.
Creek just threw up.
The man attempted to jump in between them for fear of the woman's life. That's when he struck him again, slicing his arm and his rib cage. The guy was able to push him back. They got up. They hauled ass, locked themselves inside of a barn to call 911. That's when deputies came. They attempted to get him out of the RV where he was hiding after the altercation. And he was just like, I'm just mad because the stable owner calls me garbage and she insults me all the time, blah, blah, blah. So the woman suffered severe injuries, as we know, including that severed nose. They say facial trauma, upper jawbone was fractured too.
Oh my God.
The man suffered from metacarpal fracture in his wrist, large lacerations, 17 stitches were needed in his wrist. I mean, can you imagine you hit a major artery right there?
Oh, God.
Vein. His wrist, lacerations to his tricep and rib cage. And now this guy has been accused of 2 counts of first-degree murder. Murder? And that is with Florida.
Wow. It's a lot.
It is. Sorry about that. Yep.
Man, that is just so
It's
crazy.
aggressive. It is aggressive.
It's so crazy.
Machete is it's a hell of a weapon.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is.
It is.
Saturday Night Live this week, Michael Keaton is hosting.
I'm excited. And Billie Eilish, who I really, really love. But this one past one with Ariana Grande and Stevie Nicks was the most watched SNL since 2021.
I heard that. It's unbelievable.
Yep, since 2021. I will say, I like Ariana Grande. She can be a little annoying here and there. She had that whole thing with the donut shop where she's looking donuts and how she hates America, but now she loves it. She's had her moments. But she is a great little actress. She's a phenomenal singer, and her impersonations are spot on.
Yeah, they are unbelievable.
They are so good. She did Celine Dion, which was good. Her accent was good. Obviously, it doesn't look anything like her. But Jennifer Coolidge, there was a skit where Dana Carvey and another pretty castmate, I can't remember her name, from SNL, and Ariana Grande were all Jennifer Coolidge. So good.
Yeah, she's great at it.
I enjoyed this episode.
And then didn't she have some issues too? She was dating and married in for something like that, and now she's with him.
Yeah, she split up a marriage.
Yeah.
I think maybe she was married too. Yeah, but it's somebody that she's in the movie that's coming out, Wicked, I think.
Yeah, she's in it. Right? I mean, he's in it, I think.
Yeah, that's how they met.
No, she's talented. There's no doubt about it. She's very, very talented. Unbelievable range in her voice. Can do a lot of different things. Yeah, but Michael Keaton, a lot of people are anticipating it. They think
so excited.
And they've had great ratings this year from their first show. I mean, they only had, I think, 3 or 4 so far. But Saturday Night Live is doing very, very well and doing really, really great. Are you a fan of Saturday Night Live or not really?
Yeah, I watch them occasionally.
Yeah, they do unbelievable. I mean, they're really having a great season, and it's the 50th season. There's been speculations that Michaels is going to retire and he's going to be done, but he says no. He said there's no time soon that he's going to be retiring. So he loves what he does, and God bless him.
Saturday night's usually either football or UFC for me.
Yeah, I watch it after the fact because you can catch up on Hulu or on demand. So I typically will watch not on Saturday.
Skim through.
I'm not around on Saturday nights. Are you kidding? I'm probably belly up to a bar somewhere.
Same here.
Exactly. 47142. Start off with Real Radio. Let's see. Please ask Greek, when was the last time he ate at a Benihana's?
Again, the Benihana reference is not for me ever dining there. It was for me meeting bookmakers in the parking lot.
Okay.
I would never go in there because the smell was too bad. And I would always say to the guy, like, I'm not going to be ruined for the whole night.
I love hibachi, but it does. It's that sticks to you.
Yeah.
That smell, but it's so good.
It's great.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the smell. But the Benihana, that's the reference comes from meeting bookmakers in Fort Lauderdale, Stewart, wherever there was one. I would always meet in the parking lot.
All right, we have here, Franny, it said what it's, Franny, it's said that it's not what you say, but how you say it. In Greek's case, it is literally what you say. My son is 7. Greek's answer, how old's your kid? I got 2 fingers on me. Greek's answer is, I heard what you said. I don't understand. Somebody says, I have a chip flavor, Kardashian and weed.
Wow.
Says the NBA players would buy it up.
Oh, they would love it. They would sell out in 2 seconds.
You can also go with the tried and true flavor of your sister's ass we have on here. And talk about the Lay's potato chips. They have the contest again. And then we have, I guess having an ATM in my house would be okay. I would rather have a single woman next door who puts out like an ATM. Better yet, a single woman who puts out like an ATM who is into ATM. Oh, my God. Oh, wait, be careful with that one, Francis. Yeah, I'm not going to say what it is, but thanks, you.
Thanks, you.
I like how you said, oh, wait, be careful with that one. I didn't say it, but if you know what it is, then you know what it is.
He was a little out
if you
there.
know, you know.
He's a little out there.
Do you know what ATM is?
No, I have no clue.
All right.
No clue. Tell me on a break.
I don't know if I want to.
Really?
Should I meet the mic real quick?
Look it up.
Text it to me.
Think about the movie Human Centipede.
Ooh.
You just took me right out.
Yeah, sorry about that.
877-927-68.
Thanks, you.
Yeah, you. Thank you, you. Imagine when he was younger. He was probably really off the chains because he's like a bat out of hell sometimes. He really is. 877-927-6969. That's the number you can call. You can also hit us at Real Radio 47142.
I have a talk back if you guys want.
Yeah,
Sure.
Hey guys, this is Anthony up in Canada. I'm wondering, can they sue him? You know, can they sue him for like millions of dollars? Mental distress, anguish, fear of their life, things like that.
Who?
So who?
I'm not sure who he was referring to.
Anthony, who are you referring to? Sue him
What
for
stories are we
$1
talking
million.
about? Was it maybe Michael Jordan one?
Or the
Mental
Menendez?
distress, maybe because he's been locked up. That has happened before where you're wrongfully locked up.
Oh, they get a lot of money.
Yeah, but the
They've
guy
seen it.
would go to prison. He just, if this is correct, he just got convicted for the wrong crime.
That's it.
So maybe that is what you're talking about. I don't know, Anthony. Let us know for sure if that's what you're talking about. So FTC is making it easier and easier to cancel subscriptions. We know it is a pain in the ass sometimes, and just the hoops that you got to jump through to cancel subscriptions. But it looks like the U.S. Federal Trade Commission is taking action against it. And they said yesterday, it adopted what is called a final click-to-cancel rule requiring businesses to make canceling a subscription as easy as signing up for a subscription,
And
which
that's
they
the
make
way-
so easy to do.
Yeah, of course. And that's the way it should be.
Yes.
It's a little like the mob. Getting in can be a little difficult, but getting out,
Get out.
you know.
Yeah, so they're saying that this new rule, courtesy of the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, will force companies, as I mentioned, to make it as easy to cancel as it is to sign up. The goal is to end predatory business practices that lock consumers into paying for services they don't want anymore. If you signed up online, they must provide a way to cancel online. Because sometimes you've seen that, right? Or you have to call to cancel, or you have to show up in person, or whatever it is.
Yep.
So they say if you signed up by phone, then they must provide a way to cancel by phone. Either way, instructions must be clear and easily understood, and the endless cancellation hoops people have to jump through should be removed. So these rules should officially take effect. It's going to be a bit, 180 days after they're published in the Federal Register. But that's great, because I know myself, there's subscriptions I've tried to cancel, and I'm like, how do I do this? And they
Sucks.
don't make it easy.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And that's why they do it that way. So most people
course.
just say, all right, it's $14.99.
And they just
or
keep on taking it out every month.
Yeah, and it's when you sign up for stuff, I mean, you got to be really careful. And a lot of times you don't read the fine print like most people don't. And then you get involved in something and you're like, I don't want this anymore. And it's so difficult. And it sucks. It really does. And it becomes annoying. But then on the other end, you're like, it's not going to end the world. But it could. It should be as easy as it is to sign up to get out. I mean, that's the way it should be. It should be one click. Boom. I'm done. But a lot of times it's not like that because they know the average person's not going to do it. And they just keep making the money year after year. I know people who have different stuff for years that don't even utilize it. And they don't even realize it.
Well, sometimes, especially apps and stuff, I'll look and I'll be like, oh, Apple charge you $9.99 or app. And I'm like, what is this for? And I wish they would tell you what exactly the app is. But you just see it's an Apple charge. So I wish they would specify so then I would know where to go in and be like, do I want this anymore? And I know I can go and I can see all the apps that I've signed up for. And I have tried to clean that up a little bit and delete some things.
How much do you think you're paying a month in apps? Over $100?
No.
Okay.
But it is. Sometimes I'll look and I was like, I wonder what that $9.99 on Apple is for. Like I question it and I wish it would give me specifics.
Can you call your bank and say, hey, I'm not honoring this withdrawal anymore? Or no? Like if you say
But I haven't canceled it, I can't do that. I'm not allowed to because the company will be like, no, you haven't canceled your subscription. So they are allowed.
It just sucks when it's something like that. You have anything like that? You getting charged for any apps there, Periwinkle?
I might get in trouble for saying it.
Yeah.
iHeart app.
I was like, don't do it.
Well, we get charged for that?
You can.
Premium.
There's an iHeart Premium. One time I had to sign up for it for a remote.
And how much does it get
so
charged?
you could play music without.
I think it's like $9.99 a month.
Is it still charging you every month?
It took me a pain to get it canceled.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But that was so you could play music without commercials and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, it is a free app to download, but when you want, like, with Hulu or anything else, premium stuff, you got to pay. Pay to play.
Probably getting fired now. Walking out.
We're not going to get fired.
You're like, well.
But somebody might get a phone call this afternoon.
So, and that's what I'm doing now. So, when you look.
There's like 37 of them.
Like, this is crazy. So I have this one, and I'm like, why am I paying for this stuff?
Yeah.
So when you go into your account, you can go to subscriptions, and I'm looking, and those are the ones that you pay for.
Yeah.
So I'm in the app, and I'm looking at subscription on my stuff, and when I go to my account, and I just found one that I'm paying $17.99, and I'm like, why am I
Come on, Franny.
Why am I doing this?
You're going to ruin our Christmas party.
It's a photo editing app.
How did you know for work? Yeah, InShot video editor.
Knew it.
Yeah, that I'm paying for.
How long you been paying? Do you know?
I don't know. But guess what? Canceling subscription.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah. 17
Done with
bucks.
you.
That's right.
But a lot of time with work because
That's $200 a month.
we have to do a lot of stuff on social media, and with a lot of these free subscriptions to do editing and videos and stuff, it really doesn't get you that far. So sometimes pay for stuff to make things easier. But I'm like, yeah, well, look at this, another one, inactive.
You might be able to write that off on your taxes. That you were paying, $385 a month.
You might be able to call your bank and get a couple months back too.
Yeah.
True.
Since you had, you didn't know you were getting charged that.
It's all right, but I don't think I can, like G-Man said, because I never cancel my subscription. That's what they would look at it. They're like, it's not our fart. It's not our fault.
The bank won't know that.
fault. It's not our fault that
The bank won't know that
Yeah.
if it's still active or not.
Yeah. So right now, I only have one subscription.
All right.
And that's to Apple TV Plus, and I'm going to keep that one.
All right, but you just saved $17.
I did. Yeah.
And that's $200 a year that you were just throwing out the window.
I think that was an annual thing.
Oh,
I
really?
I didn't
Oh.
look into the specifics, but either way, it's money that I don't need
All right,
to spend.
All right, good job there, Franny. Let's
Thank
give
you.
her a hand.
I talked myself into
Yeah.
through that. And I just saved myself, I don't know, let's say about $1.25.
That's good, though. You got to start someplace.
Exactly. $1.25 a month I save.
You got to save. I mean, that's it. If you save a little bit each month, you know what? At the end of the month, you have a little bit more.
That's how it works. The wise man once said.
For saving money for a lot of people is one of the hardest things. I mean, and if you have a hard time saving, the best advice I can give you, whether you want to take it or not, is to have it taken out of your pay and you don't realize it. And that's when it's the best thing to do. Because it is an easy task. I bet you if you ask 10 people, I'm guessing 7 would say, you know what? I'm not a good saver, and just your mindset. And it changes as you get older in life, obviously. But if you do have a hard time saving, that's one thing that I would suggest you do. Get money taken out that you don't even realize. And then when you get your pay, you have it there and you don't have to really move on from there and you don't even feel it, which is a good thing. Little tip. I mean, you might be like, screw you, Greg, I don't want to listen to you. I'll be like, all right, whatever. I get it. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. And don't forget, you get 13 chances a day to win $1,000. And who doesn't want $1,000?
Yeah, let's do them a solid. What is that 1 o'clock keyword, Dom?
I actually just had someone call up and ask it. The keyword is bank.
Bank. All right. BANK. Take bank. Enter it. RealRadio921.com.
Yep, and there it is, people. You get it. We had one winner so far. And before you know it, the contest will be over. I mean, they run this, and this is nice that iHeart does this. And you guys have an opportunity.
$1,000 could go a long way, especially before the holidays.
Tons of money they give out, too.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I wonder how much they give out throughout the whole country. I wonder if we ever got that total.
Well, each time would be different, right? Yeah, so.
Yeah, but I wonder how many winners there actually are.
We might have that. We might have that information somewhere.
What do you think it is? Over 100,000?
Probably close.
Oh, the entire country, huh?
I think we got, 900 stations?
Mm-hmm. We're up there somewhere.
943 stations?
I don't know if it'd be.
Because I sent my resume last week to 942 stations.
All of them. You're like, get me out of here.
I'm kidding.
Get me out of here.
I'm kidding. 100,000. I think it would be probably higher than that.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it was a lot of stations. Oh, last time we did this contest, we were a bit. We had the most winners. We had 3 or 4.
Because I know a lot of time they send us, I get emails with winners, but I guess it's just regional. I don't get the whole.
There's sometimes like
Nation.
a recap email, but we'd have to search for that.
And that's when I think the emails that I get are just for our region.
I'm going to ask Bob this weekend. I'm having tea with him. I'll say,
You should.
I'll say, Bob, how many winners are we giving out?
Your bestie, right?
We're friendly. I don't want to say we're bestie. I don't want to go that deep. We're friendly. If I see him, I say hi to him.
You should try some of his tequila.
I know. I heard he has
La
it.
Casa Dragones.
Have you ever tried it?
It's been around for a long time. So I have, and no offense, Bob Pittman, but I have a thing where I refuse to drink his tequila.
Wow, why?
Because he's got enough money going his way that I won't buy it.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm like, it's just putting more money in his pocket. It's good, though. It is. Don't get me wrong, Bob. But yeah, I'll give it to the little guys instead.
All right, I understand that.
Yeah.
You feel he makes too much money, and you don't want to give him more money.
No. I mean, if somebody buys me a shot, sure, I'll take it.
Yeah, but you're not going to spend your hard-earned money.
No.
I can see that. And I'm sure a lot of people see that. That's why a lot of times like, with that situation, celebrities, well, he's the CEO, but it could help you. But just like Franny said, it could hurt you. Because there are some people who are like, man, you got enough money. I don't want to be involved in that. It's more so like celebrities you hear, and ball players, certain things say they do off the field and they endorse a certain product and you see them get dropped.
Did you know, Dom, that Mr. Bob Pittman, we'll call him Mr. iHeart, but yes, CEO, did you know that he was one of the co-founders
of TRL?
Of MTV.
Oh, MTV.
In general, but yeah, programmer and so big time. Been in the industry for a long, long time.
I would love to sit down with him.
Smart guy. Knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I would love to sit
Not
down.
buying your tequila.
The radio host that I used to work with in Boston, he actually was one of the first to try out for the Carlson Daily job.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And he was pretty close to having it.
Forever when I was growing up, I wanted to be a VJ. I think that's what kind of got me into the broadcasting.
You would have been great at that.
I wanted to be a VJ. I was like, God, what a cool job that would be.
Because you have a great look.
To be an MTV VJ.
Yeah, you would have been great at that. You really would. But if you have any connections, I would love to sit down with Bob. I don't think he would like our conversation. I think it would be
I've talked to Bob before.
Yeah?
Yeah, through the other radio show that I was on.
Okay. Well, don't tell him I'm not buying his tequila.
I think you told him already.
Don't tell him that. He's not listening.
You could send us a free bottle, though.
Yeah. Did he send you a free bottle?
No, but he could. That'd be nice.
See, Dom loves it. Send it to him, and then I'll try it. It says, canceling subscriptions is the quote from The Godfather. They said, every time I try to get out, they pull me back in.
That's true.
It's from Sarah B.
Yeah, Al Pacino. That's Godfather 3. There's no doubt about it. If you want tequila, let me know. I got cases.
And then somebody says, I keep seeing commercials for Rocket Money and how easy to make it to cancel unwanted subscriptions. So, all right,
there it is.
Thank you very much.
It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. I hope you guys are having a good day. Don't forget, tomorrow we're going to be hitting the pavement, packing our Louis bags. We're going to the Crazy Horse Saloon.
I'm just going right across the street. So nice.
Brandy's going to be there in pajamas.
I'm just going to roll right in.
That's why we put it there. I mean, because usually
I just actually leave Crunch, and then I'll just go show up.
That's it.
Right after.
That's it. Perfect. We're going to be there at 10 to 2. The doors open at 11. You guys are welcome to stop by. Again, it's Greek Gridiron, 7 games against the spread, 2 in college, 5 in pros. So far, we have 2 winners. I had a good week last week. I was 6-1. The grand prize is awesome. 3-night stay at the Hard Rock Hotel. Who doesn't love that? $200 gift card to Council Oak. Box of Vega Fina cigars. A golf cart for an H&H, which is a beautiful golf cart. And 2 tickets to Sebastian in April. So,
why don't you give a shout out to the 2 winners?
What's their names?
Exactly.
Do you know their names?
I do.
I did.
Then tell me.
Eric and JJ.
There you go, Eric and JJ.
Nice job.
I'm not. I didn't want to bring this story up, okay? But the other day, I had to meet one of my friends, and he was sitting with a lady, a young girl, and I took her out, and I met her, and she goes, "You took me out, you know?" And I forgot. I totally forgot that we went out on a date.
That's pretty bad, Greek.
It's not the first time that this has happened.
No, it's happened.
This has happened to him before, where he forgets that he dated somebody.
Yeah, I totally forgot. Like, nothing happened. It was just dinner. Like, nothing like that. I did forget a couple other times I slept with people, but that was years later. But things
Hence
happen.
why the guy thinks 14 is not that many people to have sex with. Makes sense now.
You better buy Bob's tequila. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
Big numbers without power. In fact, you guys are both very, very lucky looking at these numbers that you're not amongst these
I am
folks.
blown away.
It's about 1 out of 4 people right now that are without power.
Well, same with HPV.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Construction slowing us down on 95 North at Gateway Boulevard. Right lane is blocked. Expect delays. No major incidents on the turnpike. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
This week on Red Pilled America, we tell the story of how The Apprentice made Trump a national hero and detail the first time Kamala Harris took her boss's job, and it wasn't Joe. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach, and it's football season. College or pro, Monroe's is the place to go to watch the games. And on Monday night, you will not find a better place in Palm Beach County. Beautiful ladies and drink specials all night long. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach for football season. Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, it doesn't matter. Add a 5-star menu to Monroe's, and it's a perfect evening. If your team loses, you're still a winner because you got a beautiful girl next to you. Monroe's of Palm Beach. Peace.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, Matt.
Are you ready to tell the readers about the extra special episode we have coming up?
I think we have to let them in on our little surprise.
Yeah, if you haven't already figured it out, can't believe this, Mariah Carey will be joining us this week.
Wow.
Readers, publicists, Katie's, and finalists tune in to maybe the most unforgettable episode of Las Culturistas yet. Listen to Las Culturistas on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Las Culturistas and start listening.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Come on out to Big Shots this Sunday for our next Miller Lite Pro Football watch party of the season as Miami takes on Indianapolis. Great food and drink specials, including $2.50 Miller Lite drafts during all televised pro football games all season long. Plenty of real radio swag and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Miami game. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Big Shots Golf, Vero Beach, 3456 US 1 in Vero. See you there.
Seminole Casino Coconut Creek is your local gambling destination featuring over 2,300 slot machines and more than 80 live table games with blackjack, baccarat, craps, roulette, sports betting, and more. Visit the smoke-free pavilion full of more slots, live table games, and easy access from the west parking lot. Visit NYY Steak and other dining options and live entertainment during the week at Sunset Grill, Nectar, and Sound Bar. Visit CasinoCoco.com. Come home to Coco. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
777. New patients, only 77. Bring a family member, only 67. Transfer patients, just 57. Call 561-269-4137. Again, that's 561-269-4137.
I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. Election Day is November 5th. Voting by mail is easy and secure. Request online at votepalmbeach.gov or call us at 561-656-6208. Return your ballot with prepaid postage or drop it off at one of our secure locations during designated hours. Our online ballot tracker allows you to get live updates on the status of your ballot, and the deadline to request is Thursday, October 24th. No matter how you vote this November, we're here to make it count. Sponsored by the Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections Office.
Hey, it's Greek to tell you about my new favorite spot, Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. Pollard is an upscale, sophisticated coffee shop specializing in a wide range of coffee, beverages, and teas. Located in Deerfield Beach, proud sponsor 2024 Greek's Gridiron. Pollard Coffee, the way I start every day. Peace.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by the physicians at MMJ Health.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at lifelock.com. Use my first name Clay as your promo code. Terms apply.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
October Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Boost your online security with Norton 360. As PCMag's most awarded security brand, Norton blocked over 219 million threats last year. Stay ahead of cyber threats with Norton 360. Get up to 58% off at norton.com/secure.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Breezy through the afternoon with a northeast wind between 15 to 25 miles per hour. A mix of sun and clouds into the late afternoon and early evening with temperatures in the upper 70s. Then partly cloudy, mild again tonight with overnight lows in the upper 60s and low 70s by Friday morning.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse. Turn on the camera. You just see Dominic with some dancing moves. Ooh, he's got him. He's making them. He's doing them right now. You could always look at us and check us out. Go to our website. Go to Real TV. See Franny, who always looks like a $100 bill. Dominic, who looks like a $2 bill.
Woo!
And Greek, who looks like a roll of quarters. Always sponsored by Jason Weiser, personal injury attorney. Call him if you get into an accident. He will help you. He has all the right answers. And when you get in an accident, it sucks. Greek's Trifecta. We're ready.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
There was a baseball game last night. The Dodgers blanked the Mets 8-zip. I think the Dodgers are going to win again tonight. Ohtani hit a home run and ended up in the Empire State Building. And the Mets really did not play good last night. They got to bounce back tonight. If they lose, it's going to be 3-1, and it's going to be very tough for them to come back. Yankees today, 5 o'clock. Remember, if you're going to leave work early, start fake coughing now. It's 1:37, so you got some problems to just be like, oh, I don't feel good. Well, oh, my God, I got to go home. But if you're out and about watching the Yankees, don't be on any social media. You don't want your boss to see it. There is a football game tonight, the Saints in Denver. It's going to be like watching paint dry. It's on Amazon, which sucks. And the announcers are okay. They're not bad. I like Kurt and I like Michaels. But it's a game you're like, really? So don't go crazy for it. But it is going to be a game. Giants playing this weekend against the Eagles. And Barkley's coming back to the Meadowlands. That's going to be an interesting game. If you want to bet an over-under, I would bet on Barkley's over. That's going to rise over the next couple days. So if you want it, you better get on it. Miami playing Louisville. That's a big game Saturday, and that's going to be at 12 o'clock. And you got Georgia and Texas. Woo! Man, you got some big games in Alabama and Tennessee. Our Gators are taking on Kentucky at 7 o'clock, and that'll be a 4 o'clock pregame. Last night in the WNBA, big game. The Liberty, they rocked and rolled. They won 80-77. They're up 2-1, and they have a chance to get a championship. They play at the Garden. The last time the Knicks had a championship was 1973. Wow. Were you born?
No, not even close.
Oh, my God.
I wasn't either.
So we do need the Liberty to try to get a W because Nick's got a good team this year. Very good. I don't know if they can win it all, but they do have a good team. Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. And I know, Dominic, you have somebody on hold.
Yep, we have Evan.
Evan, what is up, buddy?
Hey, everyone.
Hey, pal, how are you
Evan.
today?
Yeah, I got three quick things. First of all, y'all aware that Ariana Grande is from Boca?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, because you never hear about it. But anyway, yeah, she's a talented little thing. Now, I want to give you a little music trivia here.
All right.
We all know the iconic song "Smoke on the Water," correct?
By Deep Purple.
Yes.
Correct.
And and it's such a rudimentary song that every kid that picks up a guitar, that's one of the first songs they play.
Okay.
Well, Richie Blackmore is the guitar player for Deep Purple.
All right.
I watched an interview with him, and he said, everybody talks about that, so it's such an iconic song that's so simplified and all that stuff. He goes, yes. But he goes, I was listening to Beethoven one time, and he was listening to Beethoven's Fifth. And you know the beginning of Beethoven's Fifth? He goes, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, yes.
Yeah. And so he goes, that's pretty cool. So he goes, I wonder what that sounds like backwards. Just those 6 or 7 notes, whatever it is. And he did, and that's the beginning of Smoke on the Water.
Oh, so Beethoven's Fifth is the beginning of Smoke on the Water, and that's the trivia question?
Yeah, but it's backwards. He did the notes backwards.
Okay. All right. Sounds like a guy was a little bit ahead of his time.
Incredible, yeah. Now, the Yankees today, 5 o'clock. That's kind of a weird time for a game, isn't it?
Well, because the Dodgers are playing at 8 with the Mets. They wanted to get both games
I
on.
understand that.
Yeah.
Sure. But remember back in the days when the baseball, some of the, when we were kids, baseball, some of the World Series games were in the daytime?
They were all in the daytime until TV got, started going, getting more and more ratings at night. Yeah. Baseball games, I think, up to the 60s, early 70s.
Oh, I think so. Early 70s, yeah, with the A's and Reds and all that. That was most of those games are in the daytime as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the next game you were talking about, 1973, was that Walt Frazier that came back after injury?
No, it was Willis Reed in 69, but in 73, Walt Frazier was the guard with Earl Monroe, and they had Jerry Lucas on that team, Phil Jackson, Bradley DeBusschere. They beat the Lakers. They lost a couple in the Lakers in the early 70s, and then they won in 69. The Knicks have only had 2 championships, and I think they've been in 4 finals.
I think I told you this before. Bally's and Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle were like the greeters there. They were like they were tokens because they're out of baseball. They wouldn't let them go back. They were actually couldn't attend any baseball game, anything but baseball.
Yeah.
And Walt Frazier was there. And he came in, I told you this before, but he came in this Rolls Royce that had fur all inside it. It was the weirdest looking thing I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Clyde was different.
This Rolls Royce. Yeah, he pimped out this Rolls Royce that it looked like Superfly, if you remember that movie, Superfly.
Yeah, Frazier was always different with his clothes, still is today. He has like a million different jackets and color schemes, and that's why they called him Walt Clyde Frazier. He was ahead of his time.
Yep, he was. Now, how do you think the game's going to go today with the Yankees?
I mean, I think the Yankees, obviously, they can win. If they win, the series is over. And I think if Judge can stay hot, they'll be okay. I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland, did pick up a game because they're home. I think the Mets are in a little trouble with the Dodgers today. I do think the Mets lose again today.
Ohtani's blast was rocket, wasn't it?
I said it. It was man, I almost hit the Empire State Building. It was unbelievable. King Kong had to catch it. It was crazy. It was a blast.
Now, Franny, you're from Georgia.
Yes.
Did you ever go to the old Fulton County Stadium?
Yeah, absolutely.
Stadium.
Yep.
They used to call their home plate the launching pad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I actually didn't go to the in between. I never went to Turner Field. I was already here when Turner Field got built. But yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they had some great home run hitters.
Yep. Because that's where of course Aaron and
Murphy.
What were the catcher's name? Yeah, Murphy. Yeah, I mean they would hit some bombs out of that stadium as well.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a good game with the Yanks. I mean, obviously if they can win, they'll be up 3-0 and a commanding lead. But we'll see. I mean, I could see them winning or losing either way. I don't think it matters if they lose, like the series is over. But if they can pull a W today, yeah, they're in command.
All right, and Franny, I got my horns down. Let's go, Georgia.
Let's do it, Evan. It's the best thing you've said this whole phone call.
Yeah, you got that right.
Dominic's rooting for Texas.
I don't care about Dominic. All right, peace.
Thanks, Evan.
Thank you for the call. Always.
So let's get into a little topic here. And I like to bring up stuff, especially when it has things to do with maybe work or even election season. But I know, G-Man, that you have been wanting to talk about this story. I don't know if you know the details about it, but it's a woman who's suing her former employer. And the reason why, her real name is Karen. She's not just a Karen. Her name is Karen. Acting like a Karen, which is unfortunate. And listen, no knock, my sister's name's Karen, and she is a lovely human being. But it is important to remember that there are still some lovely humans out there named Karen, but yet stories like this don't help their situation.
Yeah, order a rep.
So there's a woman, Karen Conahan, and she was recently laid off by her employer, IAG. I gotta look at IAG. I was like,
is that an investment company?
No, okay, International Airlines Group. Okay, because my sister works for IHG, and I was like, is that the same company that my sister? I was like, how weird would that be?
Karen,
IHG is a hotel group.
Is it your sister? She didn't tell you.
That's not her. It's not her married name, but International Airlines Group, because she works for the International Hotel Group. But so this Karen got laid off, and she wasn't happy. Who is?
Yeah.
But the reason why. So the parent company is British Airways, and she filed a claim against them. Arguing, like she's trying to sue them, arguing that they breached an equality law. So get this. She was mad because they did not give her a farewell card when they laid her off.
Oh.
So there's more to the story. Who expects a farewell card when you get laid off? Nobody, right?
When you get laid off, 9 out of 10 times, they escort you out of a building. They just did it to the Jets coach last week.
So listen, there's more to the story. An employment tribunal looked into it and discovered that the company did have a card for her. And maybe that's why. Maybe she's known other employees. Other people got laid off. They got farewell cards.
Oh, here you go.
But nobody was willing to sign it. That shows you how much people don't like her in the company. So they didn't want to give her a card that nobody signed. So they opted not to give her the card, figuring that giving her the card was worse than not giving her one at all, realizing that nobody wanted to sign her card.
Just give her severance.
So now, you're probably wondering, are farewell cards that big of a deal there? Probably not. It sounds like Karen was, just really something. In addition to the farewell card, though, she claimed, she sued the company, bringing 40 complaints against them for things like sexual harassment, victimization, unfair dismissal. And it sounds like she had several issues with coworkers, clearly, because they don't like her, igniting an argument with one because they corrected her spelling.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And her boss said that there was nothing to her complaint, saying that she had harbored a conspiracy theory mentality and mistook normal workplace interactions for harassment. Hence probably why she got laid off.
I would think so.
In any event, a judge tossed her case. It was determined that she was appropriately laid off. 2 other workers were also let go at the same time, so it wasn't just her, and that her position had become redundant in the company structure, which is really sad, but it does happen these days. The judge also ruled that the acts cited in her claim either did not happen, or if they did, were innocuous interactions in the normal course of employment. So they were just like, this is ridiculous. We're tossing this out. But yeah, I have never heard of a company laying you off and be like, there's a farewell card. Good luck with your life.
No, I've heard them for maybe a birthday card.
Severance is nice. Severance is a cushion. Severance helps the situation. Still sucks, but at least you're getting some money.
I'd rather have severance than a birthday card.
A farewell card.
Yeah, farewell card. I mean, who the hell wants that? And they could have just gave her the card and said, here, thank you, management. I mean, they could have did that, but I mean.
But she may have seen it in the past and see that all the employees like to sign them, and maybe she was part of signing one. And
well, don't you think if you're not well liked someplace, you get a vibe?
Yeah. Is this like a farewell card, like a yearbook kind of thing, like signing at the end of the year, leave your phone number for the person that's still getting contact with you. Is that what she's expecting?
Yeah, I think so. Like, good luck on your endeavor, but almost as a happy birthday card. Let's say here we get a birthday card for Great Queen, and we have everybody sign it. So I think that's kind of what they do. Like a farewell, good luck on the rest of your life. Sorry, you're fired.
Like they do a sing-along birthday every year, every month for people on their birthday, and everybody shows up.
Do we sing along if you get fired?
Well, if you're fired, you're not here.
Well, I'm just saying, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Well, you can sue anybody for anything.
Hey, goodbye.
Yeah. You can sue anybody for anything. Doesn't mean you're going to win. I mean, that's the whole thing, too. But I do think if you're at a certain place or you work someplace or you're around, when people don't like you, you get the vibe. You just do. You sit at a table, everybody gets up. You're like, oh.
Speaking of people not liking people, this was a funny survey, too, that I saw. That election season is almost at an end, November 5th. But Halloween and the elections are just weeks away now. And there's new research suggesting that a bunch more people would rather live with a ghost in their house than they would with a neighbor who is outspoken about their political beliefs.
Sign me up.
Yeah. They said more than half, 58% of people who did this survey revealed that living with a ghost in their house, they would prefer that way more than, they said, well, more than half would prefer living with ghosts than in a house that had people that had political views. On top of that, they said they'd rather live with a ghost in the house with frequent power outages or with constant construction noises or with bad cell reception than living next to a neighbor that has strong political beliefs.
I don't know if I would go that deep. Strong cell service. When your cell don't work, it sucks. You got to go outside.
You got Wi-Fi.
Yeah, just, man, I don't know if it's that deep. If your neighbor doesn't think the same as you in politics, don't even talk to him.
No, but you're not understanding. They're saying outspoken political
Probably
neighbor.
got like signs outside.
Or knock on your door all the time trying to talk to you about who you should vote for. That's why outspoken. It's not, and neighbors next door to us probably have different political beliefs, but they keep it to themselves.
Yeah.
This survey itself is talking about outspoken political neighbors, ones that are in your face all the time.
Yeah, then I guess it would be too annoying, and you wouldn't even want to go home or go outside your house because you're going to have to deal with it. So you're probably like, it's a hassle, and I don't want to deal with it. I could see that.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dom. I'm like, what's up, Casper? I'd rather be friends with you.
What's up, Casper? Give me that ghost.
Than have that.
Yeah, I think that's crazy when people do that. And anytime you're pushing your beliefs in any shape or form to people, if they're not asking for it, keep it to yourself. You're better off.
You have a better time with a ghost than your neighbor.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, a ghost you see every once in a while. Your neighbor you got to probably see every single day. And then neighbor things, like, man, you hear so many people that have really problems with their neighbors over different things. It could be... I know somebody who had like a bunch of lights outside by his pool, and the next door neighbor didn't like it because it would shine into his backyard. And that turned into one of my houses I had. It turned into such a bad thing.
Well, I mean, you ask politely, right? That's what you do. You ask politely first, because I can understand how that's an annoyance. You have your neighbor's lights shining into your yard.
Yeah.
So you ask if they can move it, and that's it. And then if they don't, then ask again, and then if they don't.
Well, if there's an HOA, you go to them first, obviously.
Well, no, I say you go to the person first, and then the association.
Oh, of course, yeah. But I'm saying, like, this got really nasty. Police got involved, the whole thing. I was in the middle of it as far as where my house was, but I really didn't care. But this guy didn't like the light. It bothered him. And I don't know, he was saying something that it was hurting him at night sleeping. But again, anytime you have a problem with your neighbor, try to work it out. Because, you got to deal with the person every day, and that sucks. We enjoy dealing with this person every day because he does a bang-up, Jay. Day 4. Tomorrow's going to be a sad day because you're not going to see us. But good job, Dom. You made it, baby. 4 days. I got faith in you.
I'm not done yet, though.
I know, but we're not going to see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I still got to go do a remote. You want to see me come to Boca Mall?
Okay, yeah.
You're there today?
Yep, 4 to 6, Macy's.
Okay, all right. What's the remote for? Just for Macy's?
Yep, for Macy's with Wild 95.5.
Oh, wow. Who you doing that with?
With your buddy Carmine.
Oh, man, can't make it. I'm only kidding. I love
If it was Megan, he'd be like, I'll be there.
Yeah, he'd probably get that pedicure then and everything with her.
Yeah.
Megan's out. She bitched. I've not walked in that studio for 4 weeks.
Nobody bitched. She just said that you were asking her and you denied it, which was a lie.
Oh, I asked her to get a pedicure. That was it. She's off the list.
And dinner.
Is she invited to New York Prime?
No. I like Megan. I'm kidding. It's a show. Come on.
Which is real.
Fran Franny, great job as always. I hope you have a great evening. Thanks for all your help. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the Crazy Horse.
Yeah, we'll be at the Crazy Horse Saloon tomorrow. Make sure you come and see us. Doors open there at 11 o'clock. Of course, the show will be live starting at 10, but it's a great time. That's on North Lake Boulevard, just west of I-95. It's that first night when you go west in Publix Plaza. You'll find us here. It should be, and you'll see the iHeartRadio van. Be a good time. Come on out. They have great food, great drink specials, and of course, us. They have us there. Really quick, Brett from Melbourne, listening on the iHeartRadio app. Hello, Franny, Greek, and Tom. My friend had an ATM in his house, but for some reason, he is in jail for 10 years for having it. Huh.
Really?
He probably stole it.
He probably stole it.
Does it say Chase on it?
Money's on the dresser.
Wow. Did he steal it? Oh, my God.
And then somebody else says, I try to start every day feeling like a $100 bill, but I always end up feeling like a bounced check. Aww. Thank you for participating. You can always do so. And participate in person. Try to beat the Greek at Crazy Horse Saloon. Dom, thank you for everything. G-Man, thank you. And thank you for listening.
Yeah, you're a winner in our book. Don't worry about it. You're not a bounce check. You're a winner.
Winner.
That's right. You listen to Real Radio. Screw the world.
Try to get $1,000, by the way, and you could be a real winner. We got a keyword coming up around 2 o'clock.
There it is. Yanks today, 5 o'clock. Stop by Strikes. Always a good place to have a cigar, watch the Yankees. Beautiful weather, nice clean day. And then parlay with the Dodgers tonight.
I love when my days are clean.
What'd you say?
He said a nice clean day. I said I love when my days are clean.
Well, it's a nice clear day.
That's what you said, clean.
Whatever.
Yeah, clean is good.
Then bet Boston College tonight, baby. Plus the 6.5. No Greek zone today because Dominic just had enough Greek.
Sorry, Greek.
Yeah, enough Greek. We're going to be at the Crazy Horse tomorrow. Stop by. We're going to love to see you guys. Always a great time at the Crazy Horse. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Hey, it's Rover from Rover's Morning Glory. Wake up with me each morning. Just tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1.
Hello.
On iHeartRadio. Real Radio wants you to score some red zone revenue. We're hooking you up with $1,000 up to 13 times every weekday. Bet on every game. Make some crazy parlays. Buy some new jerseys. Pay off some of that debt. Once you win the money, we don't care what you do with it. It's yours. Listen for the keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Score $1,000 in red zone revenue. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio. Red Zone Revenue is sponsored by Steinger, Green, and